Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 54. I believe we have 154. We're getting close to our regular crew here. Got my man Internet and Colonel Crackers and Rick Dom. And I think Rectangular will be joining us shortly. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Been a minute since we've been on, so we're just going to jump right into some current events. I guess fuck what we got recently. We'll talk about that as we progress through the evening. But Rick, what we want to talk about first, as far as current stuff that's happening in the world of displaying and collecting.
Well, I think it's only fair, since we have Fabio on here, we talk about what went down with NECA this week.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
So
basically, for those who don't know, this past Tuesday through Thursday, the 20th through 2nd, NECA had a online pre-order sale for their con exclusives this summer. It was only limited to 2 per person. You had the Ninja Turtle set, you had the Dutch, you had the Death from Bogus Journey, and then if you're in the Alien Club, you could have gotten the Alien, and then that Coraline too. Basically, it was supposed to go up at, I believe, 1 p.m. your time, Boog, and then 10 a.m. our time on Tuesday. They went up about 5 minutes early, so most people who actually got the set that day were able to check out before, the actual time that it was supposed to go up, which led to tons and tons of complaints on the internet for people who, frankly, just weren't fast enough and weren't on their shit, People who are complaining that, if you say it's 1 p.m., it's got to go up at exactly 1 p.m., which is, there's some validity to that, but you got to think about, it's not NECA themselves, like Randy with his finger on the button, about to put the sale live. The store itself has to do it. Maybe they do it a little ahead of time just because it rolls out in different areas. I don't know. But yeah, they had tons of complaints because basically people just didn't have their PayPals ready, or they weren't signed into the NECA store account already. And, that way it autofills your information. Basically, people who don't know how to use computers were pissed because they couldn't get, whatever.
Well, I don't know if that's fair to say, but from what I understand, it sold out really quickly. I wasn't looking to get the set, but I was online during the time that they made them available for each day, and each day those shit sold out very fast. So I don't know.
I think particularly the turtle set. The turtle set was the one that sold out right.
A
minute and a half the first day, and then like a minute the other 2 days.
So, but yeah, I do think that the set looks very good, and I think it's a great value. I mean, we talked about that, I guess the last time we were on, but personally, I passed up on it. I didn't try to get it. Rick, you get it?
No, I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big a collector of that license.
No doubt.
But just like you said, even though I'm not interested in buying it, it's a fucking really good set. And if I was into turtles like that, it would be purchased without a doubt.
Yeah, no question. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I just had enough of turtles, and it's just like, you know what? Maybe what it is too is that I was still kind of turned off from the SH Figure Arts turtles. I haven't really fucked around with them at all. I have all 4. It took a little while to collect all 4 of those, and I do think that the NECA ones probably look better than the Figure Arts ones, but I don't know. It's just been so many turtles. I'm just kind of sick of turtle. And NECA just did those the big what was that, 1/6 scale turtles? They were 1/4, so they're even bigger. So
they're about 16 inches tall.
I don't know. I'm kind of over the fucking turtles already, I guess.
We have gotten a lot of turtles in the past couple of years. It's kind of crazy. The thing about this set is that it's such a throwback to like the classic Playmates line with like the vinyl carrying case that buckles up, and you got the storage space for all your figures, and it's one complete set with pretty much everything you need. Sans more army builders if you want that.
I know anybody that picked it up this past week that don't have to deal with STCC or don't have to deal with anything, and it's getting shipped directly to them are happy as fuck though. I know.
Yeah, that's what I did. I'm happy. I got in. I mean, just to kind of recap, on Tuesday is when I got my stuff. I think it went up for sale at like 9:55 my time, so about 5 minutes early. I was already on the page by like 9:45. You know, I was prepared that it was going to go up early. I know how these things work. Sometimes they go up early, sometimes they don't. You just got to be prepared. So by 9:58, I'd gotten the turtle set. I had 2 Dutches, 2 aliens, and 1 death. And by 9:58, I checked out. Everything was good. By 9:59, totally sold out. And it was to the point that some people were in the middle of checking out, and the turtle set was actually taken out of their cart. So that's obviously some cause for actual outrage, which is fine. But yeah, it's just the exclusivity thing. It just kind of makes people jump on it, even though they're not really like big fans of turtle, but they're denied that. They kind of just get pissed, even though maybe they weren't even that into it in the first place. They're just jumping on the bandwagon.
What's the deal now? They're gonna what's the quantities gonna look like for SDCC now?
Well, the turtle set I know is 5,000 pieces overall, like total. They allotted a certain amount for each day of the sale. They actually didn't even have enough for the Friday sale, which they were going to extend to Friday. It only ended up going till Thursday, sold out super quick. I don't know how many they sold on each day. It could have been in the hundreds for all I know. But if it was limit 2 per person, several people got doubles, and a lot of people really. And that probably inflated the.
Or are we guesstimating that maybe they sold about 2,000 in the days before SDCC? Maybe
that sounds about right. Probably like 500 per day or something like that.
All right, so then they still going to have another 3,000 at SDCC, which they'll probably break down to 500 a day there, right?
Yeah, I think they do a certain amount per day there as well. So at this point, your only chance to get the turtle set and whatever other exclusives is at the con. So you got to get a mule, or you got to get to the con yourself.
Right. So
that kind of go. The point I want to make about it though is, does this take away from the exclusivity of these figures, or any of this stuff that it's available online before the con, making it not really SDCC exclusive? I guess not. All right.
Didn't they do this last year?
They didn't do it last year, but they did it the year before.
Okay, so like where you could order online and whatnot.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I went to SDCC last year, so I got my set, and that just happened to be the year that they weren't doing online sales. But the year before that, I know I got their Predator exclusive, and the year before that, I know I got the Predator exclusive. So they do this every now and then. It's just, I think the Playmates license is what's tying up all this stuff. Is it has to be con only or whatever, or direct to consumer, which is how they're kind of able to get away with it. They didn't do that last year, but they did do it for NYCC for the flared foot set.
Did any of the stuff have numbers last year?
I don't believe so.
Okay, because I was going to say last year, obviously you were there, so you know the same. The stuff at NECA to get last year was insanely easy.
Oh, it's super easy.
So if anyone knows even a person going to Comic-Con, it should be no problem for them to pick it up for you. It was insanely easy to get their stuff last year. Not a single issue until the very last day.
Limit at the con though. So if you have a friend who wants to get one for himself, he can probably only get one other for somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, they kind of keep like a checklist so that I think they scan your pass or something, so that they kind of have a record of whether you bought 1 or 2 on day this or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I believe they do like a stamp or something like that on your badge.
Right. So I mean, it's still you can still get it. Don't go fucking paying $400 on eBay for it already. I mean, as soon as the sale was done, somebody had already put up just the proto images that Matt K did on eBay and was selling the set for like $400, $450.
Don't be fooled. If you don't go to the convention yourself, know that it is very easy to get the NECA stuff
right
from the booth. It is not a problem, and their line moves really fast. Even if there's a line, they don't really fuck around at that booth. They process you very, very quickly.
Last year it was cash only though, so you got.
Oh yeah, last year was cash only.
Mm-hmm.
So it's highly possible it'll be the same this year.
And another thing about the con is that there's a FedEx Kinko's office right there, so your friend could buy you the exclusive and then mail it to you on the same day without even leaving the con.
Yeah, and if for whatever reason your friend is really cheap, or you're really cheap and don't want to pay that shipping, they go down the street like less than a mile. There's a post office. So.
Right. So I mean that was pretty much the drama. I know I was just listening to a radio show that Randy was on yesterday, and he was saying he got like straight up death threats over people who weren't able to get these turtle sets. But to me, I mean, the whole point is fucking be there early. Like don't ever assume that it's gonna go up like right at the right time. It's either gonna be early or late. It's just the way it is. That's the reality of the situation, unfortunately.
Well, I think the thing is that I don't give personally I don't give NECA any leeway when it comes to that first day. But after the first day, you know what? How can you be surprised when something happens? When the same thing happens again.
And like I said, they've done these sales in the past, so
yeah, that's another thing
from experience. That sometimes these things are early or late is invaluable, and you should just assume for that. You should assume that for anything. For if Hasbro has some kind of online sale, be prepared for it a few minutes early. Anything.
Yeah, it's just like a job interview. You're not gonna.
Yeah, well, Todd just muted himself, but I think what he was trying to say is.
Yeah, I was saying it's like a job interview or anything else. You want to make sure that you're prompt, otherwise you're gonna get screwed.
Mm-hmm. Better to be over prepared than under.
Exactly. I just snagged the can of beans because I was there early. It's like if you're gonna show up a couple minutes after the sale goes up, then you're screwing yourself.
Oh yeah. And on day 2 the sale did go up on time, so
and they had other days too. It's hard for me to give leeway when there were so many days where they just kept going up. Mm-hmm. Like, man, the opportunities were there. You got to be fast on it.
Yep. You got to have, I have Google Chrome, so I have all my credit card or my PayPal information, saved on Google Chrome. My address is saved on Google Chrome. As soon as I click the empty box, it fills it in for me.
If NECA would have only done the sale one day and then they pulled that shit of doing it early and there was no other day to get them, I would understand the anger, no problem. But dude, they did so many days. You experienced it the first day, like you gotta have known to step up after the first day.
It's like
day one sale for the hardcore fans who were 100% super excited, had been looking forward to this date, didn't just hear about it the day before, were 100% ready. Everything, they just needed it to go up, and they were there early already. And as soon as it went up, they were there. That's the way I see it.
These people.
I don't feel bad for anyone who's complaining, because there was plenty of time to be prepared for all this.
Yeah, it's even worse. These people who are complaining about Black Panther on Walmart. It's like you had 3 days.
Yeah.
The hell.
Yeah.
And it's back up. It was back up this morning. So if you're still snoozing, then you have nobody to blame.
Yeah, that
went up, and I had it in hand like 24 hours later.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Were up for so long. I was shocked. I was like, damn, they must have like put an insane amount of the production up online because it was up for so many days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And still, you're gonna have people going on eBay when it's on sale on Walmart and just paying, exorbitant amounts for it.
Fuck, I missed it.
Yeah, but make sure you go onto my haul video and complain that I'm the reason why you couldn't get them.
Is that what they've been doing?
Well, at least one person did.
You're the asshole that bought all of them up.
You're the reason that my collecting game sucks.
We could have had 4 days if it wasn't for you, but you made it so I only had 3. Fuck.
Well, that's that. Not really a lot more to say about it. It's just, it's just the nature of these online sales. You got to be prepared. You got to have your finger on the trigger.
Yeah, and then, fool me once, shame on you. Fool you the second day, the third day, the fourth day that this stuff is dropping. Like, who the hell do you blame? Yeah,
right.
I
saw this dude Gin Figs on Instagram. He had posted like, yes, I finally got it, and there was like tons of people commenting on his photo, like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Where can I get it? Like the super casual fans who had just barely heard of this thing. Like, those are really the people that are complaining. The people who have like just heard about it and then just got pissed that they couldn't get it in hand.
Well, that's they have no one to blame from themselves. If you're you're either about this life or you're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
you know that's actually funny because I commented on NECA's page. I'm like, hey, I said exactly what you said. I said I have no pity for anyone who wasn't able to get this. What did I say exactly? And then one of these the dudes from the Go Figure podcast, Boog, that you were just on, messaged me. Not messaged me. He replied to me on Instagram. And he's like, that's not how reality works. You don't lie to people. If you say one, you mean one, not a second earlier. And I'm like, all right. I didn't even reply because to me it's like, no, that isn't how reality works. We just witnessed how reality works. Reality is sometimes it goes up early because, the guy in charge of making the time isn't the guy in charge of putting them up himself.
All right, fuck NECA. What else we talking about?
Well, from highly desirable SDCC exclusive to highly undesirable ones, let's talk about this Mattel Cyborg.
It's one of the ugliest things I've probably ever seen.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I didn't realize until just recently that that was supposed to be the SDCC exclusive. I just thought it was just a figure they were releasing, so that actually makes it even worse. Damn.
And I'm sure that thing is going to have some insanely elaborate electronic box.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to light up?
I don't know if it is. I'm just making an assumption. They love to make their 6-inch figures so grandiose.
I think I've asked this before, but who's the guy that's accessible at Mattel? Like, who's the Dwight Stoll of Mattel, that the face and the person that you could actually reach out and speak to at Mattel? Like, are they
at this point? I don't even know at this point, because before it was Toy Guru, and obviously that guy, he was canned, and then you would be able to find out from Pixel Dan, but it doesn't seem like he's tight with them anymore, because he openly doesn't bash them, because Pixel Dan is too nice of a guy, but he doesn't sugarcoat things like he used to for that company anymore. Like, he really, in his reviews for some of their stuff, he really does give them the business sometimes, and it's like, shit. Well,
I wonder if that has to do with some monetary fallout, or if he really just thinks that the product is shitty, because the product's been shitty for a while already. So did something happen where they weren't hooking them up like they used to, or giving them the star treatment, rolling out the red carpet for them, or what?
I think it's just a matter of realizing Mattel has just got 3 feet in the past. They're still doing the same articulation scheme, single jointed knees and gaping crotch pits and elbows, and they're just not evolving with the times, and it's harder to defend that.
Speaking of Mattel, not keeping up with the times, these are the same people that thought it was cool to make a Ken with a man bun.
Oh, we'll get there. Don't you worry. That's the topic of today.
If there's one thing that is well known about this company within the industry, it's that it's run by old men that don't understand how the market for toys works anymore. Mm-hmm. The reality is, with every year that passes, kids buy toys less and less because they have a screen at their hands. And these people they just refuse to change. And it's, who can you blame but them?
And just to your point here, it looks like it is going to have lights and sounds. I see a little speaker right here on the corner, and it looks like we got lights coming from the bottom of the box right here. So that's what you're paying for right there.
I just looked at that thing. I looked at the picture of the figure, and I was like, I know this thing is going to have a stupid box. It's going to be insane, over-the-top box, and it's going to make it $60 because it's a huge, crazy box.
We got this video right here.
And 9 months from now, it'll be at Ross.
Oh, yeah. Literally. It's going to be at Ross, or it's going to be at those stores, Ollie's. This thing is going to...
Big Lots.
Big Lots.
It'll be at Big Lots without a damn doubt.
Here we got a little demonstration of the packaging. The packaging is cool. I just wish they'd put that budget towards something, I don't know, useful.
Yeah, don't even put it in a plastic baggie. If it was good, I wouldn't care.
Dude, right?
It honestly looks like a glorified Hero Mashers.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at first, and then I saw the headline SDCC, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It looks it either looks like a Hero Mashers, or those 12-inch figures that Jakks Pacific does of every single category. They do the Power Rangers, the Marvel characters. Yeah, those big ones. That's what it looked like too to me, and I was like, "Oh god."
That's pretty embarrassing.
Like I said, it's just getting harder and harder to defend Mattel on this, and it's crazy because Boog, to your point, the Jesse Falcon of Mattel is really Bill McKenna, but he only deals with WWE. He's like the Jesse Falcon of WWE Mattel. But every other Mattel division doesn't really have that, and I think that's
and
he obviously knows what he's doing. And
even
I
more
think it's
so,
criminal that they can't add that same articulation scheme that they've got on the WWE figures and apply it to the DC figures.
Even more so now, they have another voice with the WWE line. It's they have what's his name, David Vonner, and
oh, they do.
Yeah, they have David Vonner on WWE. He promotes it like a maniac now.
Wow.
And
okay.
It's like, Jesus, this line is getting everything. You have David Vonner there, and you don't put him with the comic book stuff. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, there needs to be a serious shakeup up at Mattel. I mean, I live right here next door to Mattel. I'm so tempted to just pop in and be like, "What are you doing?" Just shake the nearest employee at the toy store. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen the same Mattel figures at all of my stores for like many months, and it's just like nobody wants this anymore.
I mean, if Pharaoh was here, he could probably say some good things about the DC Multiverse line, but everything I see in stores is just such a straight up pass, in my opinion.
I mean, the only good thing that they've had, in my opinion, within the past like 2 years is just that Killer Croc, or not the Killer Croc, the King Shark. That's like gigantic,
and
which is like mainly
looks decent too.
It's mainly a Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You just have to expect this from Mattel now. They really do. They're somewhere in between kids' toys and adult collectibles, but they still call them adult collectibles. But they make adult collectibles with the same, sculpting and painting techniques that they do for the kids' toys. Look, exclusive, authentic 6-inch scale cyborg.
Not to shit on anyone that's like still collecting this line, but seriously, does anyone still have a shred of faith in Mattel at all anymore?
Yeah, let's hear it from the live chat. Is anybody still collecting this DC Multiverse stuff? I don't know.
'Cause I'm pretty sure that like if Icons didn't already replace it for you, like it should have by now. But I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous to be holding on to such poor engineering. I mean, it's incredibly uninventive. I mean, we've already said that they've pretty much done no switching up to the articulation. I mean, it's all the same recycled parts, same bodies, same port. Like look at this, the swivel at the above the knee. Like, what the hell is that? It looks ridiculous.
And no
it
ankle
looks ridiculous. Pivot. It's just disturbing that there isn't like a company out there that's like, or at least someone within that company that's wanting to modernize it, because it just looks poor. You put that next to a Marvel Legend, it looks poor.
Well, that's enough giving Mattel a spotlight. I think we should move on.
Until you suck.
Anything else we want to talk about here regarding Mattel or any of these figures before we move on? I mean, we could talk about some Legends news that we kind of got now that Todd's here.
Yeah, mostly it's just rumors right now, I think.
It is just rumors. But what rumors are we referring to? Well, there was a leak a few months ago, right, Rick? Apparently somebody got an advanced look at some of the shipping manifests for some case assortments coming out later on. Did you link the photo? Yeah, there it is. So this is some stuff that was leaked a few months ago that was, I think, yesterday corroborated with one of the guys in PNP who asked to remain nameless, who I guess was sitting next to a distributor for Hasbro on a plane, and that guy had shown him some emails detailing some case assortments from Hasbro that he's getting into his shop.
What?
And it did corroborate a lot of the stuff on this list from a few months ago.
Wait. Hold on. What's the story exactly?
Were you not listening? Come on. That was probably
Well, he called him a distributor, but then he listed a website, so he's a reseller, not a distributor. So if he's talking about, he said it was Poo Poo Panda, and they're a reseller.
You have to back on just a little bit, but all right. So this person from P&P happened to be sitting next to someone on a plane who runs Poo Poo Panda. Yes, is that what it is?
That's what it sounds like.
And that person just randomly started telling them about the this wave that's coming out?
Several waves, yeah, whole case assortments actually.
Why?
I don't know. You know, I guess if somebody on a plane, maybe they're on an international flight. Some people get Mile High Club. Some people just, you know, have conversations. And I'm sure this person, you know, they probably
Well, that's not really the Mile High Club. Mile High Club is when you fuck on a plane, ain't it?
You know, they give you free blankets, right? That's very easy to pull off.
Are you insinuating that this guy fucked this guy on a plane to get the Marvel Legends news?
That's why I said he has to remain nameless.
Oh boy.
All right.
But the point is, the list I'm showing right now was something that was leaked back in April, according to Rick, on the Marvel Storylines webpage. And apparently the email that our friend from PNP was shown corroborated a lot of this same stuff.
Gotcha.
So it just kind of adds to the validity of it because, as Rick said, there's a lot of shit that's really undesirable, which is very, you know, indicative of an actual like.
Yeah, I saw the post on PNP, but I didn't really pay it any attention.
I linked it in the live chat.
I'm gonna look at it right now on the screen. Well, this is all stuff that we kind of knew, though, right?
All right, so you know, if the people in the chat can't read this, I'm gonna just read this off here. Marvel Legends Thor series, presumably coming with the movie. We got this is the case assortment. So we got 2 movie Thors, 2 movie Lokis, Hela, which is probably a repack from the SDCC of this year. Executioner, Thor, Jane Foster, same thing, and then Thor, young Thor Odin's son, so like the unworthy Thor, which is, I guess, also different from the SDCC one.
Okay, Fabio, before you move on,
okay,
let me specify that, you know, I've been reporting on pretty much everything. The first 2 waves, or the first 3 waves that are shown here. I know for a fact that Executioner is not going to be single carded in that wave.
So Executioner is most likely going to be the Build-A-Figure. Like,
correct.
Utmost certainty.
And what about this Gladiator Hulk that's listed here?
There's no evidence of that. It's certainly possible, but the fact that Diamond Select is coming out with that figure makes me think that they're not going to waste. Jesse Falcon would not sign off on. Well, I'll back up. It is possible because we got a Diamond Select comic book Hulkbuster, and then we got the Hulkbuster BAF. So it is possible, but I think it's unlikely that we're going to get the same Gladiator BAF from the movie, and then we're going to get the same thing in Diamond Select. 2 movie figures. The
difference between those Hulkbusters is that one was movie and one was comic. You know, the
correct
was movie. So,
but we know that Diamond Select for the most part, it's already been marketed as the movie figure.
Okay.
So I'm shitting on that post because they are saying Executioner is a single carded figure in that wave, and I know for a fact it's not, because my guy got it from the distributor, the actual case assortment for that wave, and he is not in it.
Okay.
All right.
So moving on, we got the Netflix series, which is going to be case assortment of 2 Punishers, 2 Daredevils, Elektra, and Jessica Jones from Netflix. And we have Blade, Bullseye, and Man-Thing. This was already confirmed. We have prototype images of all these. We saw the BAF. This is for surezies. But remember, this list was leaked back in April. So the fact that, you know, that one was correct is something worth noting.
No doubt.
And then the Marvel Legends Spider-Man series is going to be Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman, Gwenpool, Prowler, Demo Goblin, Mysterio with a lizard Build-A-Figure.
Now I can confirm everything except for the lizard BAF.
What Spider-Woman are we talking about there?
We don't know.
I hope
that's going on in comics with Spider-Woman. Has her costume changed, or?
Yeah, I think that they're probably going to give us the
from ForceWorks.
I don't think it's going to be that one. I think that we're going to get like the Marvel Now 2.0 Spider-Woman.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she's all right. Like it's just it's the same Spider-Woman from Jessica something. I forget her name, dude. These Spider-Women, they come and go. They come and go.
I'm crossing my fingers for Julia Carpenter.
Yeah, that one would actually be dope just because it's like she was actually a part of like a whole bunch of other teams. So it would be nice to like round out a bunch of teams with that.
That would
Toy Biz one sucks.
Yeah, and the Toy Biz is very awful. So yeah, that would be cool. All right, so what else we got, Fabio?
What else we got? We got a Marvel Legends Deadpool series. We're going to have a 90s Deadpool, which is going to be 2 per case. We got Cable, Domino, and X-Force Deadpool. X-23, Paladin, and Deathlock with the Build-A-Figure here says Baff muscular guy in pants, strong guy, question mark. This was corroborated with what our PNP friend was given.
I see. All right, so 90s Deadpool, I guess that'll match up with a 90s Cable there, huh? Is that what we're talking about?
I would like that.
Probably a 90s Cable. That's what everybody wanted. That's what everybody's been kit bashing up at this point. Domino, that's a long overdue figure. I would assume that she'll be in the 90s style too, right?
Well, hopefully it's not a movie figure because Domino and Cable are supposed to be in the movie.
Interesting. I don't
think they've ever done any movie figures in the Legends line for anything other than MCU.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's part of, maybe that's a part of their contract where it's like, okay, if it's owned by this house and we don't have any stakes in it because they don't have the rights to the film. It's a little bit different with Sony, obviously, because they're sort of like co-owning it now. With Fox specifically.
When's Deadpool 2 supposed to drop?
Next
year.
Next spring, next summer.
So I guess we're assuming that this wave is going to drop around the time that the movie drops, right?
Probably.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
All right, so X-Force Deadpool, which is, I would assume that's Deadpool on the mold that we on that Bucky Cap mold and just the X-Force colors, which would be pretty cool, I assume, right?
Yeah, probably.
But if we're gonna get that Deadpool, then I hope they're gonna be trying to round out the team. So maybe that X-23 will be in her
X-Force
gear, but I doubt it. They'll probably do her in a Wolverine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All new Wolverine for sure.
And then Paladin.
I think that they probably would have listed her as Wolverine, though. Just a side note. I think that they probably would have done that.
That's true.
Who's Paladin again, John?
He's got a sword.
Paladin. Right? Wasn't he part of? Wasn't he on the? Oh, you know what? He was part of the Thunderbolts that nobody cared about after the pre-Dark Avengers Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah. Paladin, he's the dude with like he sort of looks like Constrictor, but he's in all purple, right? I'm just like trying to like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. He was definitely part of that Thunderbolts team that was just.
Yeah. It's a good look. I can see them pulling this off in figure form. Pretty be easy for them.
It'd be easy. It's
as obscure as he is, I'm always happy about getting new characters. Here's a custom that they're probably going to rip off.
It's a Scourge-esque type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
maybe new shoulder pieces. Everything else can just.
We'll probably just get this on the Bucky Cap, to be honest.
Yeah, Bucky Cap would be better for sure. And here's him with a cape. Moving on, we got let's see, Deathlock.
That should be interesting.
That I'm excited for. I'm excited for that.
What's funny is that Deathlock was part of one of the later X-Force teams in that black and gray. So
yeah.
So I wonder. I highly doubt they'll do Deathlock in the black and gray though. It'll probably be a classic one though.
I'm hoping it's a classic one.
The MU Deathlock that they did before MU went to shit was actually one of their best figures. So they're probably going to scale up from there, and it'll be his classic look, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, actually, it's going to be the MCU version from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that looks like he's wearing a laser tag vest.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. Oh, God. Don't even put that in the realm of ideas that could possibly be floated along to people that are higher ups of Hasbro. Please don't. Please don't do that.
And then pretty interesting if they do a strong guy Build-A-Figure because I don't know what they would do. I don't know if they would go with the 90s look because if you do that, then you kind of leave us hanging. You got to kind of round out that 90s team at some point, right? Mm-hmm. But they might actually just go with his look from who was that? Peter David's run? Is that who it was?
Peter David's run of X-Force?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
X-Force, X Factor. Excuse me. I'm
Or
sorry.
X Factor. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That was Peter David that had the real good run, right?
X Factor. That was like which era? Late
That-
'90s or early
That's number one.
2014.
Go back up. Look at that number one right there with the two to the right.
Oh, that's like 2010s, right? Something
Right.
like that.
That was an
Yeah.
excellent run. That was like beginning to end. That was so well written. It was funny. It was
Oh, that one. Okay, I see.
very good. Very good. So if they did the team like this, that would be dope. Because that's the I think that's the multiple man that most new age collectors and stuff know of and shit. You know, I think some of us would probably want him with the full like head cover that you see there. Yeah, that one.
I wouldn't mind this one right
Was
here.
Strong Guy ever in X-Force?
No, he's always been a part of X Factor, right?
Okay.
This is like the
Yeah,
most
Strong Guy. It's kind of weird to get Strong Guy though. It's like we would need to get Polaris in her X Factor gear. Like, dude, that's hella much. That's hella much.
Maybe they're testing out a new body mold or something.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but still, that's a lot of
still wouldn't
characters
mind
that they would need to
good
give.
I really wouldn't mind that team of X Factor though, right there, man. I really wouldn't. And what's the chick's name? The chick that's got like all the powers. Was recently a part of X Force. That was recently a part of the new X Force with Magneto and shit. She's on the bottom right there. What's her name again?
Mhm.
Mona or some shit like that. What's her name?
I don't know.
Wait, which one?
Dark hair.
I'm trying
She's
to
got
look.
mad power. She's got like super strength. She's got like 3 or 4 different power sets and shit. Yeah, the chick on the bottom right there. I can't remember her name.
I'm gonna click
I
this
have
link.
no idea. That was the House of M Aftermath X Factor run.
Nah, I think this might have been. Well, I think it might have been during. It probably started before House of M and then ran through House of M, if I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
Is this Emma Frost right here?
No, that's Siren.
Oh,
That's Banshee's daughter, and up in the right above her, that's Richter, Strong Guy on the left. You got Wolfsbane right below Strong Guy, Multiple Man, and I cannot remember this girl's name right here, but she's like a badass. She's like she's got mad powers though. I can't remember her fucking name.
Diego, if you're listening, say something in the chat.
Layla Miller.
Nah, that's not.
I don't know. That was just the first name that popped up right here.
Uh-uh.
Let's see. I'm looking through this article, see if it'll say anything.
1 second, I'll find out.
All right. Well, while you do that, let's move on. The other case assortments we got here. No, that's a picture of me in Friday the 13th.
Yo.
So we got another Marvel Legends Avengers series coming out. We got a case assortment of 2 Iron Mans, a Captain America, Taskmaster, Songbird, King Cobra, Spider-Man, Vision, and a Build-A-Figure Thanos. Classic or movie? Question mark.
Bobby, you skipped the Black Panther wave.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I'll go back.
Yeah, it's Black Panther MCU ×2, MCU Iron Man, MCU Siberian Tiger, MCU Leopard, Black Bolt, Namor, and question mark about the BAF.
I hope it's Mon Ape.
Yeah, if that's not a Build-A-Figure Man-Ape, I'm going to be upset, not going to lie.
We got a movie, Black Panther ×2. Okay, that makes sense. And then I guess Iron Man's going to show up in a Black Panther movie then.
What? Come on.
He's got to be in everybody's fucking movie, huh?
For real.
All right, so he'll be doing a flyby or doing some shit.
Black Panther was supposed to step into the spotlight, not Iron Man.
MCU Siberian Tiger, which is that the character that what's the name playing?
Oh, you're talking about Michael B. Jordan?
Yes.
Nah, he's playing
No, he's
Killmonger.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, so he's not getting a figure, huh? Too bad. Too bad. All right.
Siberian Tiger and Leopard were in this.
There was some other dude that was had like a real generic white boy name, and I don't remember.
You got an answer.
Who was that guy?
Game Boy Kage saying that chick's name is Hisako Ichiki.
No. Let me find this chick.
We We need like a
Nobody read that run of X Factor, man. If you guys are listening, whoever's in the chat or whatever, you got to read that. It's a very, very good run, man.
Yeah,
He
I like
joined the team a little later in the run, though. I don't think she was on from the offset.
No, that's not Hisako, because Hisako, that's Armor. Armor was made by that was created by Joss Whedon during the
part of the X-Men. She was part of that Astonishing X-Men crew. You know what?
exactly.
I wish they actually wish they would
and Joss Whedon run, man.
Yeah, I wish they would have used her more after that, after Josh Whedon's run. It seems like she kind of just went away. I don't know what happened to her. Did she die? No, she didn't die, right?
No, she didn't die. This characters just go away, sadly. It's the nature of comic books.
All right, so this Avengers series, I probably mostly comic, but who knows about this Build-A-Figure Thanos? It might be classic, like a Jim Lee style, or not Jim Lee, Jim Starlin.
Jim Starlin or Ron Lim. It's either one. I'm not accepting either or anything other than those two. Maybe Olivier Coipel.
And then we got a couple of 6-inch sets. We got a Ghost Rider with a Hell Cycle, and then a Black Widow with a motorcycle. That's 2 Black Widows and 1 Ghost Rider. Kind of interesting.
Hold on. What's going on with this Avengers series?
Yeah.
Iron Man ×2. Is this supposed to? Maybe this is supposed to come out around the time that Infinity War drops. Is that what we think?
Possibly. It would make sense if Thanos is going to be the BAF.
Is that next year?
I don't know. Is it? It's after Black Panther, right?
Yeah, Infinity War is next year.
Wow.
Black Panther comes out in what? At the beginning of the year?
Doesn't it come out in November this year?
No, I thought that's Thor, dude.
Oh, Thor. Yeah, fuck, my bad.
Okay.
So I guess Black Panther's early 2018.
I believe so. Yeah, it has to be 2018 because everything else is... Yeah, it's February 2018.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You said February?
Yeah.
Yeah, February 18th.
So then what? Infinity War will be the summer blockbuster?
Yeah, summer for sure.
And we know King Cobra was already planned, and he got dropped from a couple waves back, and Songbird as well. So makes sense that they had to juggle things around and stick him in another wave. So
Well, Songbird help you round out your Thunderbolts. That started with that box set a couple years back, and we get the Man-Thing and Songbird. She was part of that early team with Juggernaut and stuff too. So
thank goodness we didn't get Songbird back then, because she wouldn't have ankle rocker. She'd be crappy compared to what they can do
pretty
now.
much, yeah, because they teased her a while back. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
It was back in the Return of Marvel Legends days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing, she was on that list of canceled legends that never resurfaced, just like Danny Moonstone. So then we got a Walmart exclusive. It's going to be an Infinity Gauntlet SDCC 2014 repack, the 3.75-inch, 3 3/4. Then we got some Walgreens exclusives. We got a Mr. Fantastic and Silver Surfer.
What was that noise? Who's making that
Somebody's clicking on their laptop.
Stop it.
Hi. Just waving my mouse around. So this is right in line with Invisible Woman and pretty much the Fantastic Four line, only continuing on as single exclusives, every quarter or so. Makes sense.
Again, this list is from April. For a long time, huh? Yeah.
This list is from April, so there's probably been some updates. I'm gonna go back to the list we got yesterday and see what's corroborated.
A Walmart exclusive Rhino. Why?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Unless they want to do a cartoon version like they did with this Vulture 2-pack.
And they might be 3 3/4 inch. We don't know.
That's true. Ant-Man and Hank Pym.
Oh, here it was. Leopard and Everett. That's what I was trying to figure out.
And then we got a store exclusive, BAF Stan Lee. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. That just means I never have to open my SDCC Stan Lee ever.
Well, honestly, compared to today's standards of what they do on that one's kind of shit.
That's true. Got cloth clothing though. That's changing the game. That's way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if that Stan Lee thing is a 6-inch, it's got to be Toys R Us because that's a lot of. That's three 2-packs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's never something that Target or any other distributor other than Toys R Us has been sort of clamoring for. But in regards to that character that you were looking for, Boog, her name is M.
M, yes, M. Why can't I remember one letter? But what's her actual given name though?
I believe it's Monet Saint Pro, or however you pronounce that.
You know what? I knew it was Mona, Monet, or something like that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. That was bothering me.
And then this last one here is kind of interesting. A Target exclusive Stan Lee Captain America version.
Please no.
So is he going to be like wearing some sort of Captain America garb? Like, I'm not with it.
I have a feeling that's going to be a 12-inch.
Ugh.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm looking at I just opened up Instagram. I'm looking at Zendaya's Instagram. She's here with the cast of Spider-Man 2. I mean Spider-Man 1. I'm saying Spider-Man 2. You got Robert Downey Jr. front and center.
Of course we do. All right. So what was interesting, I'm moving on to what Mr. PNP guy had told us yesterday. And I actually saw this as he was, updating it live. So he went, comment by comment live as being told, almost like, like he was doing like a panel or something. He was just reporting it live. So what he reported was Black Panther wave, and I'm sure you guys know about that. Let's see, Spider-Man Lizard wave. So that's Todd. You said that it wasn't going to be a lizard bath, right?
Oh no, everything on that list is confirmed except I can't confirm the bath. We don't know yet, but everything I've been hearing is lizard is the bath.
Okay, so we got a lizard wave. Then he says, "Shh, you didn't hear this from me."
What you think? They're gonna do a classic lizard, or you think they're gonna do ultimate lizard?
Classic.
Hopefully, yeah.
I don't think that they're gonna fuck with the ultimate one.
Couldn't tell you.
He's also saying that the Thor wave will be the Executioner bath, like Todd just said. So Gladiator Hulk is probably out. Let's see. Honestly, that was pretty much it. That was a lot more of like the immediate stuff. I think he said X-Force wave too, so that corroborates that list. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's only a few of them. He didn't, go through the whole list like we have here. Pretty much just the most immediately upcoming ones.
3 or 4 weeks, we'll know for sure. Well, we'll know a lot of this stuff. Any of you guys going to SDCC? I think Rick is.
I'm not going to the con.
Yeah, I'm sure Rick will be there with Emiya.
If there's enough people from the community heading down, I might just go down and maybe go there for the night and maybe get lunch with people or whatever. Get some dinner, get a big group outing going for those who aren't at the con or people who are done with it after the day. Might be a fun little event to put together. The Gaslight District there's got plenty of places we can all meet up and get a nice dinner.
Rick, did you pass out?
Yeah, Rick, he's always
he overdosed.
in and out here.
He overdosed on the kafifi, man.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about in regards to these legends?
Well, Rick was the guy with the
itinerary.
Yeah, pretty much. But okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting news about the legends. But like we said, it's some stuff that's been out for a while. But to see it reconfirmed, I guess, really makes it leans toward the fact that it's probably fact. So that's cool. What's happening with Legends again for SCCC? The Thor set, that's it, right? That we know of, right?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, and then the 12-inch Daredevil.
Right. Nobody wants
Here's something I wanted to talk about. We got the images of this Iron Man Spider-Man 2-pack, and a lot of people were debating whether or not this was going to have a Tony Stark head with it. Because originally we'd only seen this picture right here. It was kind of at a weird angle, this picture. Couldn't really see what was going on in this helmet. It just kind of looked like a depowered helmet with the face plate up. People thought it was going to be a Robert Downey Jr. head underneath there. But this new picture right here shows it's an empty Iron Man suit.
Oh yeah, they kind of. I guess at some point in the movie, something's gonna happen with that, with the suit just kind of sitting there without a man or something. Because the Hot Toys version has that same feature. I wonder if the figure arts will be like that too. But yeah, if somebody could actually bring up the Hot Toys version, you'll see the same.
And it even says right here on the packaging, Iron Man Sentry. So it's implied that it's pretty much an empty suit.
All right, so yeah, I guess he'll have the Sentry mode at some point in the movie.
What I'm surprised nobody's talking about how that unmasked that Tom Holland Spider-Man looks nothing like him.
Yeah, he looks like a little fat.
Yeah. I mean, this picture looks a little bit better, but I can't zoom in on it. Let me see.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Fucking terrible.
No, I can't zoom in anymore.
I mean, but was anyone like complaining about how Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther looks nothing like him as well? Like they don't know how to do that.
It has a lot to do with the paint.
Yeah.
Lobby. But I think
Just
this
like the Black series
could make for some interesting display possibilities. You got your Tony Stark head from the Civil War 3-pack, pop that on a Chameleon body or a Coulson body, and then you can have, an empty suit behind him or something. I don't know. Some good display possibilities there.
But yeah, these will be highly sought after no matter what. But I'm gonna more than likely I'll pass on these. I'm never really a big fan of the movie Legends figures. I just don't care about them. But I will absolutely be getting the figure arts version of both, and I'm actually get the Hot Toys version of both too.
Oh, what? Oh, you're dipping deep into that, aren't you now?
Yeah, well, it's a ways away before the Hot Toys versions drop, and you get on a payment plan with those. It's not bad. It'd be about $50 a month, and not even starting. They won't even start collecting the 50 until next year anyway. So you got to pay the initial $25 down payment or whatever, and then it'll be $50 a month starting sometime in 2018. So it's not bad.
And that's a 2-pack, right? Also.
No. It's one. Iron Man's gonna cost you about $354, I think, and Spider-Man's gonna be $2 and some change or something like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I had heard that Hot Toys was doing, sort of a bundle like this, or you could also get them individually.
Oh, I didn't know. If that's the case, that would make it easy, I guess. But yeah, I didn't know that. That could be true. I guess we gotta ask Bob Jonas and shit about that.
Yeah, Bob would know, right?
Bob would know. So that's pretty cool. We just a few weeks out from Spider-Man: Homecoming. Though we've all already seen the entire movie.
Yep, the review embargo is just starting to pop up.
Pretty much just going just to support at this particular point because we already seen the entire movie. So.
Yeah,
that could actually bring us into our next topic because there were some. Now that we're talking about movie stuff, there was a very interesting interview with Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal, who's the president of Sony Pictures, where she basically says, that she confirmed that they're doing the Sony Venom verse. They're continuing with the Venom movie with Tom Hardy at the helm or at the lead, and then she made some comments in reference to like that actually tying into the MCU and how there'll be some crossover. And during her comments, Kevin Feige was like tilting his head, like, "What are you saying, woman? This is like what? No."
Are you saying as in like she shouldn't be spilling the beans, or she's saying some shit that's not true?
It seemed like the first one at first, that she was saying stuff that wasn't meant to be said yet, but it just came out, I think, yesterday or today that the Venomverse will not tie into the MCU, and Venomverse includes their Black Cat movie as well. Those will not be tying into the MCU, but anything with Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man movies themselves, will tie into MCU.
And that movie with Black Cat, by the way, that is with Silver Sable, correct?
Yeah, it's called Black and Silver, apparently.
That's a terrible. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Because that's going to tell the audience what they're about to watch. Silver and black, Hey, it's about the Raiders, baby. Let's go.
That's why Spider-Man Homecoming sequel is called Spider-Man Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Gotta dumb it down for the audience.
That's embarrassing. But all right, Sony, keep it up.
Here we go. I think this is it. Is this the one I just looked at? Because I was pretty sure that they had a 2-pack or some sort of bundle where you get both Iron Man and Spider-Man. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know that much about Hot Toys.
I don't know. I've only seen the 1-in-1 so far. Well, there's two versions of Spider-Man so far, if I'm not mistaken. There's one that's like a deluxe that comes with the jacket and backpack and stuff. And then, no, actually, I think there's 3 versions of Spider-Man so far for Hot Toys that they're going to be putting out. I think they have the homemade suit. They have one that's just the regular Stark suit. And they have one Stark suit with the jacket and backpack and shit, which is like a deluxe version.
Maybe I just saw this image and I figured they were doing it together. I don't know. They got some interchangeable eyes for Spider-Man. It's pretty cool. It's Hot Toys. You're getting what you pay for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I think the suit, the fabric fits really nicely. This looks good. You know,
Not
the
gonna
folds
lie,
and everything look
it's-
natural.
It has grown on
See
me.
what happens. Hopefully everything
Yeah.
turns out clean. The unmasked head of Tom Holland for Hot Toys, though, looked phenomenal, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It looked better than his actual real face.
Zoom in on this guy. Look at that.
Yeah, that shit looks nuts.
Shit looks like it was parted by Moses. Look at that hair.
Crazy. His hair's not that good, though, in real life.
I mean, I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
No, I do too. I really do too. You know, I'm annoyed, and I've said this before. I'm annoyed with American movie makers always getting Brits to play fucking Americans, to play New Yorkers and shit like that. I mean, come on. But
I love it, man. I love it.
I think he's done a good job. I think he did a good job in Civil War. So I'm definitely looking forward to his performance in his solo movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I'm really keen on him. I mean, he's their next guy, honestly.
Yeah, no question. How old is he in real life?
He's like 20, 21.
Yeah, he's living the fucking life right now.
Oh, for sure. I saw a video where he went to one of those children's hospitals. He was visiting kids in his Spider-Man suit. It was funny because he was just Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He wasn't really playing Peter Parker, so he was in the Spider-Man suit with his British accent.
Hello, I'm playing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it was
Love it.
it was a hospital in Britain, then fuck it, it's all good.
Oh, actually, I think about that. Maybe it was. And he was real cool. I mean, he seems like a real chill guy. I know they have to like portray themselves a certain way when they're doing this sort of emotional stuff. But
That's that PR, baby.
As Spider-Man, like, oh yeah, when I press this button, the webs shoot out, and then I've got these eyes, and then I can focus and make them smaller so I can see farther away. Like he was really selling the whole thing for the kid. So
the PR game.
To him.
Yeah, that's dope.
PR game is strong.
That's real dope.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit. So yeah, as far as Sony, they're continuing with their Venom movie. Tom Hardy's going to be Venom, and apparently that's Spider-Man may show up in that movie, but that movie itself will not tie into the MCU. So it's like you said though, but we're not entirely 100% sure whether Feige was wincing because Pascal was leaking stuff that's true that she shouldn't be saying, or if she was just saying bullshit and he was like, "What are you doing, woman?" But if Infinity, I think if Venom is going to be tied into the MCU, they would have to drop some seeds of it in Infinity War, because that would just kind of make sense. Kind of, replace the Secret War origin of the black suit symbiote.
Yeah, that would make sense, but these guys don't deal in sense all the time. So
Marvel does. I don't know about Sony.
Right.
I don't know, man.
They do it. I would not be opposed to that.
Is anyone else sort of like feeling burnt out about all of this? I feel as though that like I like the Marvel movies more than what I've seen from DC, except for Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. That was a great film. But I'm sort of burnt out with the MCU specifically because I feel as though that there are no stakes whatsoever. There are stakes.
Not quite yet. I mean, if rumors about Infinity War are true, then there are definitely going to be some stakes.
But it's like that whole concept
subtitle
of
for
having
the fourth movie that kind of gives away the ending of the third movie. So that kind of implies that it might not go so hot for them.
My whole, I guess my position for that is that because we've known that Infinity War is coming and that ultimately it's going to be the Avengers versus Thanos, I felt as though that it's sort of like nonsensical to continually have all of these films building up towards that when we already know that all of our characters that we've had from previous films are going to end up being there anyway. So whenever they try to introduce like a villain in some of these other films, it's like, okay, but we already know that the good guy's going to live because they still have to fight Thanos. And that sort of like really removed my interest as just a moviegoer, not even, being a comic book fan, because most things in the comic book world, I mean, if you read enough comic books, if you study story itself, you're going to know when certain things are going to happen. You just pick up on it. But it's like, as a moviegoer, it's really, really boring now. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
it's sort of like
the fucking good guys win, bad guys lose. That's fucking storytelling.
Yeah, and I wish that wasn't the case all the time.
But what I'm
It's
saying
like,
is,
I want to be excited for it, but it's like, it's gonna just be me walking in there and I'm like, oh shit, look, Spider-Man beat up the Vulture. Dope. Let's go to the next film. It's like, it's really devolved the movie-going experience. It's kind of sad, but that's just my 2 cents.
Well, speaking of devolving, actually, we're not speaking of devolving. Let's talk about evolution. Fucking 1/6 scale Hulkbuster from Hot Toys, where you can actually fit a full-on Hot Toys Iron Man inside. And this has been delayed a lot because they keep going back and reworking this to make it even better. I think Nick Rogers was talking about this in PNP. Yeah, this is insane. Anyone who's getting this is just an absolute madman.
That figure is going to lead to so many marital issues. Like, it's going to drive husbands and wives apart. Women are going to be like, why is this thing in the bedroom? Is this a little weird? It's a little strange to have this ginormous piece of plastic and metal staring us down constantly. I don't know. It looks cool, though. I mean, if I was invested in Hot Toys, I would definitely purchase that, but it's not my case.
Maybe we're hating a little bit because we're not in the tax bracket to afford this, but like, Jesus, you can't deny that this is just probably the ultimate Iron Man collectible.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely a nice piece to have. There's no question about that. But
what's the price on this thing, I wonder?
I think it's coming in about around $800 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Over $1,000 for sure.
Yeah, I think it's about $800.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Iron Man, that's a cool thou right there.
Someone is going to skip a mortgage payment for this figure. Think about that.
Evicted. You're going to see a hobo on the streets with a shopping cart.
I was actually talking about this on the Go Figure podcast too. But I mean, again, thinking about the payment plans, it's still going to be about $100 a month though.
Yeah.
To pay it down and shit. So over 8 months or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's still a lot.
Some people are going to literally just be like, you know what? I'm going to just grill cheese every day. Grilled cheese. We're good with that. We don't need meats. Ramen noodles, 99 cents. We're okay with that. Uncle Ben's, we got you. But that's a struggle mill, man. I'm not trying to struggle.
I mean, they have flex payments, but yeah. You're going to be indebted to Hot Toys for the foreseeable future.
That or you figure out a way to finesse the government. I mean, I'm not one for that, but if you're able to do it, go for it.
Hi, I'm a recovering crack addict, and this is my retarded sister I take care of.
I would like some crack, please. Welfare, please. God, Jesus.
Oh, there's an Always Sunny reference in every piece of dialogue. Moving on.
Pretty much.
We're talking movies. Let's talk about let's talk about the Han Solo movie. You guys know there was a Han Solo movie coming out. It was directed by Chris Lord and Phil Miller, who are of 21 Jump Street and the Lego Movie fame. And they were fired. They got fired. I guess the footage that was coming back on dailies and on the assembly cut just wasn't coming together to look like a quote-unquote Star Wars movie. It was very, very stylized to these guys. They're very, very like improv heavy guys. A lot of very kind of not that same like narrative style that Star Wars has. It's very almost Western. They had a
Very.
more, I guess, modern take on it, and whatever her name is, Kathleen Kennedy, kind of went back and looked at all the footage that was coming in and was like, this is not coming together like, you know, we basically intended it. It's not gonna fit in with what's going on with the rest of the Star Wars universe. So they canned those dudes. They're bringing in Ron Howard, and now the movie's gonna look more like an episode of Arrested Development.
Can we just have a Star Wars story film or even a main episode film where Steven Spielberg directs it? Please. Please. That's all I want before I die. That's all I want out of Star Wars. I knew that, like,
Go ahead.
Go for it.
No, I was
Go ahead. Okay, I was just gonna say it's all good. It's all good. I was just saying that, like, because Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they also directed the Lego Movie, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I believe they wrote
like
it.
The red flag #1 film, but it's just their style does not coincide with what Star Wars is about. Star Wars is about sci-fi fantasy, and yeah, it has its funny moments, but the funny moments, it's not a comedy. You can have humor, but
Right.
it's not a comedy. I feel as though that they only know how to direct comedy.
Apparently, what they were saying is that the vision that these dudes had was that the film itself was very like meta.
I don't want
very self-referential, very self-aware, and maybe they feel like that didn't take itself seriously enough to really fit in with the rest of the Star Wars universe, especially if it's meant to be a prequel to Han Solo's character, who, you know, we know him a certain way, and I guess the way that he was being edited in the movie just wasn't coinciding with that, and it was in fact the guy playing Han Solo, I forget his name, it's like Aaron something. He was the one who kind of went to Kathleen Kennedy and expressed a few concerns.
When you have your actors coming to the, you know, bypassing the, you know, the higher ups and going right to the person, basically, that's a little weird. There might have been a discrepancy, honestly, like on some backdoor Hollywood type of stuff, like between the actor and the directors. So, never know. I
heard that it was looking like extra comical. They said it was like Pet Detective or some shit. I saw a article or something. They described it as like Jim Carrey, like Han Solo was like on some real like comedic, like extra comedic shit. So
that's the same.
So
they compared him to
that's not that's not good. Yeah, Ace Ventura. Yeah. Yeah, that's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Yeah, same shit. Right.
I would love to hear Han Solo say, "Well, alrighty then."
Oh my goodness.
Like a glove.
That's fucking terrible. That's bad, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, Ron Howard, you know, he's a very famous director. He's got a huge pedigree. I made an Arrested Development joke, but really the guy has a lot of credibility. If they wanted to bring a more, you know, classic blockbuster director to kind of be in charge of the reshoots, I think they picked the right guy.
So what are they going to do now? How long is this going to take to get back on track now?
Filming resumes the 10th of July, so we'll see what happens after that. Especially because this movie was like 3 weeks away from finishing production, you know? Filming began back in January. Lord and Miller, who are primarily known for self-referential comedies like 21 Jump Street and the pilot episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Last Man on Earth, began steering the Han Solo movie more in the genre of laughs than space fantasy.
Damn.
Others on the project say they pushed too far. It wasn't just a question of tone. Variations added up to significantly change the story. They may have been brought aboard to give young Han Solo a wiseacre vibe and an irreverent style, but Lucasfilm still felt that the directors had a responsibility to tell the story as written. When dailies began rolling in featuring improvisation from the actors and new ideas from the directors that significantly parted ways from the script, the relationship with the home office at Lucasfilm became fraught. Great word. So yeah, like I said, they're improv heavy guys. They kind of just let the camera roll and let the actors kind of do their thing. And the dailies, for, you know, people who aren't film students, dailies are the footage that comes in on that day of filming that they review at the end of the day.
Yep.
Let's see. There's one last statement. Reshoots were always possible. But as Lord and Miller dug in, refusing to compromise on what they saw as was best for the film, the partnership went from strained to fractured. If they wouldn't do the scenes as Lucasfilm and Kennedy wanted them now, why would they do them that way during the reshoots? Interesting. Yeah. I mean, this kind of shit happens all the time. People get replaced on projects all the time. What's his face just got replaced on Justice League, but that was for his own.
Zack Snyder, obviously.
Zack Snyder, yeah, that was for personal reasons. But the point is, new directors can come into big movies, and that's not going to necessarily destroy the project as a whole.
Yep.
So, Star Wars fans, I don't know what you guys think about this. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I mean, I'm excited to see this movie, but I'm not coming into it thinking it has to be this way. I'm just excited to see.
I don't know, man.
On an old character.
I don't. You know what? I don't really care about these side movies too much. You know, I don't know.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
You are really looking forward to it?
Yeah, very much so.
I'm
so happy to see a movie that does not Skywalker related. I think that the episodes, these what is it, 7, 8, and 9 that they're doing now, are a complete waste. They could have taken the universe in a totally different direction. I'm sick of Skywalkers. We saw what is it called? Trilogies already.
A prequel and a sequel.
Skywalker. Yeah. Sound like the Empire.
2 trilogies already. You know, I don't need to see anything that's related to Darth Vader and any of his kin. I would have loved to.
That is Star Wars, Todd.
Yeah, but you spent all this time building this great world. You can create new characters and go in, totally new directions. It's just beating a dead horse. It's like I didn't want to see old man Han and old man Leia and old man Luke. It's just
old man Leia. I love it. Can we make that for real? Hashtag it, guys, for real. Make that a thing. That's goddamn.
That's CJ's next cloth project. Leia with that old man Logan outfit, trench coat, everything.
So I'm looking forward to a Boba Fett solo movie and Han Solo and Chewie. It's gonna be fun. He was like the most fun of the the original trilogy. Seeing him constantly trying to get out of entanglements with Chewie, that was to me that was the most fun. So
yeah. At the end of the day, though, Star Wars is at its core a space opera. And space opera is a play on soap opera. Soap operas are about family drama. There's your Skywalker storylines.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would like to know more about like the underground bounty hunter world of Star Wars, it's like if I'm going to the movie theater, I'm not gonna even front with you. I'm wanting to watch some lightsaber battles. Not gonna front. So it's gonna have to be a Skywalker. I want the visual effects going all crazy. I want to experience a seizure. Come on, man.
Yeah, but the problem is so many of the lightsaber battles are weak.
It's not like emotional anymore.
I mean, Lucas just shit on everything with the prequels. I mean, it was just just swinging around sabers like the Darth Maul scene. That was well done. That was well choreographed, and then everything else.
The worst offender, we already know, but Revenge of the Sith when it was Anakin versus Obi-Wan, that was like, oh boy, they're just twirling.
Yeah,
there's that one particular part where they both literally twirl for like 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. They don't even clash sabers. They just twirl, and then just boom. It's a GIF. It's like the best Star Wars GIF of all time. It's so pointless.
All right, well, I mean, that's that. We're getting more Star Wars. Ron Howard's directing. Personally, I like the guy who's playing Han Solo. I saw him in Hail Caesar, the last Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah,
the movie itself was, all right. It was kind of just a love letter to old Hollywood. But this guy actually did a good job. I liked his character a lot. He did a good performance for sure.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
That's the only thing I've ever seen him in, and that's kind of my standard. I mean, Donald Glover's in this. The Childish Gambino, come on. That means we're gonna get some weird, like, anachronistic version of Redbone playing in the background soundtrack. I'll stay woke. Moving on.
I mean, everyone is like, at least Lando will be cool. I can't even front, like, Lando is going to be cool no matter what happens in this film. Lando will be cool. That's a good takeaway for me.
I just need him to sing. I'd like Lando to sing some like high pitched shit. That'd be awesome. As True Star Screamer said, when can I get a space telenovela? That's what Star Wars is, baby. But let me go back to this the Sony stuff with Amy Pascal. She went and clarified some of her comments, kind of set the record straight. This guy Eric Davis, who's verified on Twitter, so that's worth noting. FYI, just spoke with Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige, who clarified that Venom, Black Cat, etc. are in the Marvel Comics universe, but not the MCU. Pascal said she was itching to clarify that after the story this week. Those other movies will not take place in the MCU. As Feige has stated all along, those other Spider-Man spin-off films will not be taking place in the MCU. I mean, it makes a point, right? And it mentions Miles Morales. Maybe the Sony Spider-Man universe could be centered around Miles Morales.
Honestly, yes, I'm okay with that. I wish that wasn't the case, but you know, if that's what it's going to have to come down to, where we only get Peter, like that, fine. But it's kind of removing all of the context surrounding Miles Morales and why he was such an important character and why that whole transition of power between, you know, Peter Parker's passing and Miles Morales, you know, the whole coming of age arc. But whatever, you know, it's Sony, dude. It's Sony. I don't know what it's like. They are the Mattel of film studios.
Yeah,
they are just outdated. That's all I have to say about it.
I mean, remember when the interview was coming out and that whole drama, and there was a bunch of emails that were hacked and leaked.
Yeah.
And there was one particular email where it was Kevin Feige kind of breaking down Amazing Spider-Man 2 and saying like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, and it would have made the movie a lot better. So
yep,
I don't know, they just don't know what they're doing. They were gonna do a fucking Aunt May spin-off origin film, like what? You know?
Oh my god.
So that's clarification. Silver and Black will not be in the MCU, neither will Venom. Apparently the villain of Venom is going to be Carnage, which makes sense, I guess.
God damn it.
I don't know if I want to see that. That sounds like a lot of fucking CGI. You won't even be able to see what's going on.
Sunday. Symbiote on symbiote action.
Basically.
Swapping make-out match.
This is dumb.
Yeah, I don't know about that shit.
But you know what? Just to reiterate a point that I always try to, you know, tell people, let your dollars at the box office be considered your vote. If you don't want to see this stuff continually happen, don't watch it in the theaters. Don't. That's my protest.
So,
I mean, I haven't seen Wonder Woman in theaters yet, and it's not because but yeah.
But like actually, like Wonder Woman is kind of good. Not gonna front.
I want to encourage the DCEU.
Yeah, I don't want to encourage it either, but you know, Wonder Woman's different, man. As like antithetical as it sounds, Wonder Woman is different. It's a little bit different.
Did you see Wonder Woman? Did everybody see Wonder Woman?
I have not.
I won't spoil anything, but it's like the best out of the DCEU by like a mile.
Yeah, I agree with Boog and everybody else's reviews. Basically, like the first two acts are great. The third act falls pretty flat for me.
Yeah.
But everything else, I mean, the acting was done. The choreography, the cinematography, you know, comic or what's it called? Makeup and costumes. Everything was done well. Just didn't like the last act, especially since I'm a big fan of the TV show Fargo, and one of the characters in Fargo is in this movie, and it was a real distraction.
Yeah, I will say.
In what way, though?
Whack, though. It was very flat, as you already said. But go ahead.
Well, no, I was saying, how was that character the distraction, though?
Well, they're both villains. So every time I would see the character in Wonder Woman, he's basically he was playing a very similar character as he plays in Fargo.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was like, oh,
Took you right out of it, huh?
Yeah, it took me right out of the movie. I was like, okay, especially since they didn't really change his appearance. He looks almost the same in both shows.
Oh, that's stupid as fuck. Damn.
Yeah. So it's like,
Would it be
all
a
right.
spoiler to say who?
I don't want to ruin it for our audience because you might not care, but somebody else might care.
All right. I was thinking fucking Billy Bob Thornton's and Wonder Woman. What?
That was season 2. I'm talking about the season 3 of Fargo. Current season that just wrapped up.
I still got to check out that show, man.
It's great.
I watched the first episode and I really dug it, but I just never went back.
I think season 3 might be my favorite. It's
Man,
great.
we want to talk about the best stuff on TV right now, although it just ended. American Gods. Christ Jesus. So
Yep.
good.
The most slept on just because it's on one of the trashiest networks of all time. Like, poor stars. They just don't.
Yeah, same with Ash vs. Evil Dead, unfortunately. It's a good show, but nobody's watching it.
American Gods is something that everyone should be watching. I mean, it's based off of Neil Gaiman's work, I believe. It's
he wrote the Sandman comics and tons of shit.
Neil Gaiman is like, I mean, if we're gonna just talk about best comic book writers, even though I wouldn't limit him to such a title, like he's easily in the top 3, in my opinion, at least. Sandman's one of the best series of all time, so I think that's sort of go with that in mind when you check out American Gods. Like you're seeing the masterclass of writing, even if it is written by someone other than Gaiman, but it's still based on his work.
Well, he's still a producer on it or something.
Yeah, he's involved. He's involved in it.
Especially because that book was written in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
So, things had to kind of be updated because even back then, didn't realize how crazy technology and social media was going to get.
Yeah.
And I mean, to the point that it's not really a spoiler to say, but the way they updated one of the gods from looking like your classic like 4chan neckbeard guy, into, like a douchey millennial with fucking terrible hair.
Did all of you guys pick up the Dark Phoenix 2-pack?
No,
not yet.
I haven't even gone hunting for it yet. I'm still looking for the Mary Jane 2-pack, actually.
Damn.
I'm gonna just wait for those to like go on discount, honestly.
Todd, you're in the SoCal chat, aren't you? You see everyone's like, hey, I got it. And then they got 3 of them, but nobody wants to offer up extras,
Al, I know, Al Chang hooked up me and Diego, and I think both time and himself, I think all 3 times he was only able to grab one set. But I was just curious how the QC is, because Al said a lot of the Cyclops have issues, but that all the jeans look good.
That is a good looking jean.
People are already selling Cyclops for $20 on eBay. It's like that, nobody wants it.
Yeah,
which is crazy because that's like the only thing that I'm going to get it for.
That doesn't make any sense. I just got the 2-pack yesterday, actually, too, but I didn't open it yet. But I can see through the package. I can see that my set looks pretty decent, though.
Good.
But yeah, the gene looks amazing. The Cyclops looks good too, from what I can see. I was gonna actually open it while I'm sitting right here, but yeah, I think it looks good. I don't know why anybody would sell that Cyclops. That's stupid as fuck, especially considering that was the Toy Biz one. That's like pretty bad.
Toy Biz one is those gigantic boots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is always stuck with crazy amounts of paint.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel the need to get the 2-pack, honestly, because I got my Jim Lee Cyclops and my Jim Lee Jean Grey, and that's kind of the only X-Men that I display on my shelf. So there's really no need for me to be in an immediate hurry to get it. If I get it, I get it. If not, whatever.
I'm too much of a completionist, man. I need to have every team of every era of X-Men. I gotta have everything. Bad, but being honest.
So do we have any other news we want to talk about here, guys? Talk about pre-order news, anything happening in the import world? If only Rick were here to inform us.
What other SDCC exclusives are...
Well, do you guys want to talk about the Rebel Tech Spider-Gwen?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, ship. I know Darius just got it.
Darius's review was really good. I can't believe how bad that Spider-Gwen, that unmasked face looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's anime, but it's so tiny. It's so small. It's out of scale with the rest of the body.
Pulling up Darius's IG right now. There's Bay right there.
Somebody's echoing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good-looking figure. It's kind of what we expected, but yeah, he doesn't have any unmasked pictures. Got the Nightmare Batman head on this Mayfax Batman here.
Damn, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks real good.
That's Spider-Gwen,
Oh,
man.
this is actually a repaint.
Yeah. I don't care about that character, but that's a
Says
great
he had to
figure.
pay for a conversion peg to work with the Mayfax. What is his head from? High Studio? Who's
Hot
that?
Toys?
Maybe it is a shrunken head or something. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
6-inch head sculpt for Mayfax and Marvel Legend. Wait, what? Why? Why is it a Marvel Legends head for Batman?
I mean, you never know. You might just want to have something like that.
Oh, he says he's gonna make one for Mezco. No rush. Yeah.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Rick was echoing, so I muted him.
Cool. Yeah, these look good. Kai Studio 2017. If you're interested, hit him up. This is from 5 days ago. He's making Mezco later on. Looks like he does mostly. Oh no. Did a Man of Steel head. That's pretty good. With the Nathan Drake NECA body.
A lot of good stuff, actually. He did that Hulk head. I think that was one of the first things that I seen from him was the he fixed up the SH Figure Arts Hulk, basically, and made it look more like the movie, because you know that the head on that Hulk originally looked really anime-ish. It looked terrible.
Now, speaking of Hulks, I did want to talk about this guy right here that I saw popping up, and I guess it's like a shrunken down version of the Hot Toys. Here it is. It's from China.
Oh, Jesus.
112 scale, 26 centimeters. Looks kind of wonky, I will admit.
It's gonna be covered in lead. I wouldn't
sure.
suggest purchasing that.
But for $18.99, 14 shipping, come on. It's worth a little lead poisoning.
Trying to buy cheap, but
I mean, no articulation in the chest, but you know, cloth pants. Definitely better than Legends.
Lead paint though, man. Lead paint.
He's got a hairy chest. He's got some green ass veins. I don't know.
You know, a lot of people that purchase it, they're gonna end up having it like just break on them in the first 5 seconds. It's not worth it, man.
I mean, guys, the seller's name is Honest 2017. You can trust that.
It's honestly gonna break.
He's got 12 feedback.
It's honestly gonna break.
Looks like he has no foot articulation though. Now that I'm looking at it.
I'll be right back. I gotta feed the dogs.
All right. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I just saw this guy pop up on Reddit, and I'm like, what? Is this and the head's a little weird, but it does look like a shrunken down Hot Toys, especially with these pants.
Yeah, the body does, but the head, they didn't nail the head from the Hot Toys version, it seems like.
Could be a different cast altogether, honestly. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for news. Am I correct?
Yeah. I didn't check out Darius's video yet, but you guys said the Spider-Man looked good. From what I saw a couple of his pictures, and I saw that he had like posed up a figure on Image Anime's Instagram, and she looks very good in terms of not looking like a Robotech figure, where you can even seems like you can even get her in a vanilla stance, and it looks pretty streamlined and pretty nice and shit too. So yeah, I'm actually should be getting this week actually too.
Oh, I was just gonna pull this up on Instagram, but he's got it right here on Facebook. He just tagged me on this on IG. He's doing fucking CJ. Nightmare Frank.
Whew.
Yo, he's getting
actually really
good.
dope. Look at that stitching, dude. God damn.
Great. we are getting Nightmare Batman from Mezco, but
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah, I'm not really like super into the whole cloth coated shit. You know,
It's a wave, man.
It's a flash in the pan for me. That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
No,
it feels like it too.
I don't know, man. Well, I guess we got to check in a year from now and see if the game's changed at all.
I mean, if they're able to maintain articulation and making sure that it looks good from every angle, where it doesn't look like, oh, that looks like baggy as fuck in this area, then I guess it's cool. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel as though that there's going to be like a lot of issues coming up later on, especially as people use the figures more often, especially in like display art and whatnot, that like the cloth is going to end up tearing after a while. Not saying for like CJ's product in particular, but just clothing on plastic in general.
Oh yeah, of course, no question. I mean, if you don't, you're not going to be able to handle and play and pose these figures as much as you would your normal figures. I mean, it's more for display pieces, that Mezco stuff mostly too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to withstand the test of time like some other figures will. But obviously, this is CJ's picture right here too. So obviously, these things look fucking amazing though. Like, you know, they photograph really well and look really nice in pictures and shit too.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, the way the fabric folds and everything, it looks really, you know, authentic. How it catches the shadows, all that stuff. Just,
yeah,
looks dope.
Straight cargo pants. Yeah, I'm just going through here. You know, stop me if you see any pictures you like. This is kind of cool, but it's a little hard to see.
I like that one.
Oh, he's got the animated
World's finest
already.
World's finest, baby.
Yeah, when did that come out?
He must be in like Singapore or something.
Think so? What's his name? Jim? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he must be. I mean, the clarity on this isn't good, but it's a good photo, or you know, a good concept.
I don't know why he put the green light on there. Why did he put the green light on there? He's not even holding any kryptonite.
Yeah, that's a little, I think this B-side's better, but still a little blurry. I don't know if he's holding the camera or what, but
Man, Batman.
Just says I'm Batman.
Okay.
That would be the picture would be fine without that green light.
Yeah. I do like the Superman though, and these two actually look really good together. I mean, he's got the first version with the pins right here, but yeah, these look really good together.
They look like the show, no question about it. But you ain't about to pose them shits up, that's for sure.
Superman's got some baby hands. He looks like Deadpool's hand when it was growing.
Oh my God, Trump, our commander-in-chief, baby. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh.
You see that picture of Trump playing tennis?
Hashtag not my Superman. What the fuck?
Superman's overcome.
It's incredibly ironic. The dude that throws hands at people the most. Oh boy.
Arthur Jr. always coming with some creative stuff.
Yeah, this is funny.
Ha.
I like art the style a lot, man. It's very unique and comical and just well thought out. You know, it's
yeah. You know, he doesn't have a lot of like crazy dynamic posing. He's kind of limited by, you know, these early DC Direct figures, but he makes it look good.
You can't buy creativity, man. You know, so great.
I already dropped that a like. There we go. It's Simple Sunday, so we're, you know, looking at some slightly more simple stuff, which is good. Boog, you want to talk about the new features we're doing on Instagram for Simple Sunday?
Yeah, my bad. I'm like eating some shit here too, but
Fork down, boy.
But yeah, we basically introduced a new tag just to kind of get people off the to get to so we can actually do more features actually on Instagram. So from Monday to Saturday, you can actually use the A.C.B.A. _ Simple Sunday tag.
I'm gonna write
photos right and a for possible just for our Simple Sunday feature. I think there's already one post up for today's Simple Sunday. I think there'll be a couple of more, so there'll be some pictures coming from that tag too. And yeah, so it's just a way to you get more features that are originating from Instagram. You know, like a good 85% of our features come directly from the Facebook group. So it's just a kind of way to connect with more people that's not really frequenting Facebook. So yeah, that's what it is. A.C.B.A. _ Sunday. And this was something that Henry Beltran wanted to do. So I thought it was a good idea and a way to connect with more people. We got a couple of other announcements as far as well. Just a few things trying to connect with the community and what have you. So, you know, Nigga Sword right here. I like his stuff too.
Yeah, this is nice and good. I like this background. Kind of looks like a dio, but you made it really, or I was gonna say actually, it looks like real stone, but it's probably a dio. This kind of all looks like an outdoor setting, but he's got everything real scaled, so works.
Not gonna lie, the biggest hack for like dioramas nowadays, and I mean I was noticing this stuff kind of early, but pet stores, dude. Pet stores.
Yeah, for sure. Terrarium plants, aquarium.
Oh yes.
Stuff. Terrariums are for, you know, like lizards. That stuff will probably work a little better than aquariums. Aquarium plants tend to be like aquatic plants if you want to do some more, or
terrariums are definitely what's up.
If you want to try and get deep into the cellophane wrap like Simon Hill does.
Oh boy. Man's a master of it though, not gonna lie.
Shanbowie. See, this is the essence of Simple Sunday right here. 2 figures, some good posing, a good effect, good framing. Boom.
Totally agree. I said the same thing when I saw this.
No complicating this with like fucking.
It's when I see people
effects or fucking sparks, whatever.
Precisely.
He's feeling complicated. It's a nice dynamic pose, nice focus. You can tell what's going on. You know, this is something that anybody could do. You know what I'm saying? You know, he makes it look easy. Really easy to set up, but it was simple though. It's definitely falls in the realm of Simple Sunday, no question about that. But yeah, that looks really good.
And well, while we're doing this what to grind on live segment, I guess we can start taking some Q&A questions as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or we can also talk about what we got this week if anybody has anything in particular that they got that they want to talk about.
Yeah,
well, like I said, that was it.
I got that obviously that Walmart Black Panther, and only opened one so far, and noticed that these past couple waves of legends that the detents, when you go to articulate part of the figure like the head and the ab crunch, don't work nearly as well as they used to. So I don't know if these molds are breaking down, but I compared it to Eel that came back a couple waves ago, and that one works really well. There's like notches when you try to move the head up and down, and same with the ab crunch, and it actually stops at particular points so that you can maintain a pose. Whereas like on this new Black Panther, it only has like 2 or 3 places where the head wants to stop, and the same with the ab crunch. Doesn't can't really keep it in one particular spot. So I'm curious if other people are having the same issues.
Oh, well, we didn't have M. Bison or Vega come out from Storm Collectibles recently. Anybody got that in hand yet?
Nope.
I had the only Storm Collectibles I had was Ryu, and I ended up selling that because I don't think I'm going to be collecting any Street Fighter. I'm going to try to stick to Mortal Kombat if I ever get my hands on it.
To be honest, man, it's like SHF kind of took over. Not gonna lie.
As far as what?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
In my opinion, at least. I mean, it just looks better.
I don't particularly care for the scale of Storm, honestly.
It is a little big.
Yeah.
Way too buff.
Way too buff.
Yeah, man. It's looking like not Jim Lee, but
Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, thank you. Ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you have maybe if you have all the NECA Street Fighter ones, you can use the Storm ones with those, but I don't see you doing it with it. You're just going to be able to collect Storm, and you're not going to be able to integrate it with anything.
That's the thing.
Pretty much.
Other than maybe some NECA, and then
What about Soda? Are those smaller? Or?
Yeah, they're way smaller.
Way smaller.
Soda you can actually use with your SHF ones.
Oh, okay.
There might be, some skill issues here and there, but it's close enough. If you're, a talented artist, you can make it work. Where Storm's like, there's no way. You're gonna have a Storm Ken fight a Chun-Li from Soda. Forget it.
And my whole thing is like the SHF ones are right out of like Street Fighter 2 specifically, and that's like easily my favorite Street Fighter game. So that's what I'm more so looking forward to in regards to like those imports.
Well, you know what, the actually supposed to be modeled after the Street Fighter 5 video game though, just like Storm. But they've only released Ryu and Chun-Li so far, but I do think the SHF just look cleaner. They look better. It's a better scale. I don't know. I might fuck with a couple of the Storm figures for Mortal Kombat, but I'm definitely gonna pass on the Street Fighter joints.
Well, I got some stuff this week. I got NECA finally put out the last series of Prometheus, which was canceled up until they decided to bring it back to coincide with Covenant. So I got Elizabeth Shaw, Fifield with like the mutated face, and Meredith Vickers, Charlize Theron's character. And already I see people taking that Charlize Theron head and making Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh.
Like it happened like that. I didn't even have the wave in hand, and somebody already had Furiosa. It's just crazy how fast people work. And I also got I got that Liv Moore from iZombie, the season 2 version. She's got the red jacket and some blue jeans. It comes with a ton of accessories. I got it right here in front of me. She's got a little white lab rat. She's got a coffee cup with a the carrying tray, so you can put like 4 cups in here. She's got a coffee mug. She's got a tray, like a little plate that she puts her brain in that she eats. A can of the Super Max energy drink that turns the people into the zombies if you haven't seen iZombie, and a knife, I guess, for cutting this brain, and an iPhone with like a light blue sort of cover to it, like a case, and a purse. So she comes with a lot of accessories, and she I think Michael Amsberg used her for a photo, one of his wrestling photos, and yeah, it's a great civilian figure for sure, and it's only like $13 or $15 at Toys R Us, so definitely worth picking up just for the accessories.
Yeah, all of those figures have really good accessories. I've been like contemplating getting them for like a couple months now. Every time I see them in Toys R Us, like, yeah, do I want to pay for this just for the accessories right now? But dope accessories for sure, and that's definitely right up Michael Amsberg's alley for his crowds and shit.
Yeah. So there's 2 versions, or actually 3 versions. There's 2 versions of season 1 where she has like a skirt. She comes with some different accessories. There's the regular version, that's a zombie version, and this season 2 version I think looks a little bit more casual, and it's a better likeness for sure. If you wanted to, not make her, if you want to have both versions and kind of differentiate them, you could always paint one up, different hair, different skin color, or whatever. So that's an easy custom. Tom Budd coming with some fucking weirdness right here. This is Miley Cyrus. What else did I get? I got the new Defining Moments Macho Man Randy Savage, the cream of the crop. Yeah, he's awesome. I just saw somebody use it in a photo. It's the WrestleMania 3 versions from when he took on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I promise all of those words make sense to somebody. I literally just saw the picture, so I'm scrolling back. There it is. Al Miller. I don't know.
I didn't even realize that was Macho Man.
It's the Macho Man. Dig it. What else did I get? Toys R Us was having a sale on WWE stuff, so I got a couple of basics for like $6 and a couple of elites for like $13. I got what is this? Oh, I got the Finn Balor ringside exclusive, the Balor Club version. That was cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I haven't really been picking up too much. I did just get a new phone. That's probably the biggest thing I got. I got a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus for my big ass hands.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't like explode on you, TBH, man.
No,
But
that was the S7.
I'll be rooting for you.
Or Note, whatever. John Connor just messaged me on Plastic and Paint. He says, any new releases for Planet of the Apes? Nope, line's dead. It's done. It's out the window. There's no audience for it. They're not making figures for War of the Planet of the Apes. They don't have the license for that one. And the Classic Apes is 100% done. Anything else I got? No.
Damn.
Oh, actually, the Galaxy. Since I was like a year and a half overdue on my upgrade, I had a bunch of like Samsung credit, whatever the fuck that means, and I was able to get the what's it called? The Gear VR headset, which you basically attach the phone to, and the phone becomes like your VR headset. You know, it kind of magnifies.
You actually got that?
Yeah, I got it for free too, along with a couple.
Oh my God, dude!
And it is. I haven't tried it yet, but the one that I have, but I tried it last year with my friend. I did some 360 photos. If you guys remember, I posted them in Plastic and Paint. So basically, you take a 360 photo of like your display, and then when you strap on the VR headset, you could actually like be in your own diorama, like the size of your figures. It's amazing. Maybe I'll bring that up on PG right now while somebody else talks about
That's next level.
And I bring it up too because I saw somebody in the main group actually posted a 360 photo of like a bunch of Spider-Man villains kind of like surrounding the camera. So, it's meant to be like your Spider-Man.
I remember that.
Kind of being surrounded.
I remember that.
Maybe I'll find that picture too. But, I saw that and people were going crazy and I'm just like, man, I did this last year and I think mine was better, honestly. So
yeah, I mean,
I actually got it because I really, really want to like try to perfect that sort of display style, just full on like 360 displays that you can pop into in VR. But it takes a lot of work, man. It definitely, it's 360 degrees. You can't, fake any angles. You can't just have like a little corner dio. You have to fully enclose the whole display.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff. So I'm really excited to get some work on that. I actually I got the VR headset for free, but if I had gone in the day before, they were telling me that they had a promotion that you could have gotten the 360 camera for like $40, and normally that's like $100 or so. So I was kind of mad about that, but it's all good. I got a bunch of other free stuff. I'll just wait to get the 360 cam. Colossal Custom just asked if I've seen Glow on Netflix. I have it on my list. I'm ready to watch it. I haven't dug in yet, but I'm really excited. It's the kind of dramatization of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It's like promotion from like the 90s. I do want to watch it because Mark Maron's in it. He's a great comedian. And what would you call him if he's from your school? He's from my alma mater, fucking Johnny Mundo, the Lucha Underground champion. I just found out recently he went to my high school, and now I go to the school that he performs improv at. So kind of funny how things work out. So yeah, I do want to watch Glow. Anybody else get anything interesting this week while we build up some questions in the live chat?
Nothing noteworthy.
Boog, you get anything good?
Just that 2-pack. That was pretty much it.
Oh, man. Well, I guess we can start taking some questions now. Let's see what we got. You think we'll get a new Jim Lee Jean Grey? Not according to those leaks.
No. Yeah. I think that was pretty much if you were there, cool. If you weren't, sorry, man.
Yeah.
They can only go back so far, dude.
Let's see. Oh, Allison
Reed. If you didn't get
Allison
Jean,
great.
Unless they did another 2-pack of some kind, I'm guessing, or like a box set. Probably not.
Yeah, for Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that what they're probably going to do down the line is do like a X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue, like SDCC thing. I'm thinking at least. And if they don't, they're kind of missing out on an opportunity.
For sure, especially with the ongoing book right now.
Yeah.
Even
though there was that controversy surrounding the, I believe it was Gold with Adrian Saif.
What happened with that?
Basically, there was like pro-Israeli rhetoric in it, and basically Palestinians were, viscerally offended and everything. And
I thought it was pro-Palestine though.
Or pro-Palestine, and then Israelis were offended.
Right.
One of the two.
Because nobody would care if the Palestinians got offended. That's just kind of the way it is.
That would be kind of silly, right?
But it was hidden. It was like a little hidden, like sort of gem in the book, though, just for people that are really aware, just so you understand. It was like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? An Easter egg, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it was a plus number that refers to a number that's like anti-Israel or something like that. I don't know.
Did homeboy that
was Muslim? He was an Indonesian comic artist.
Did the artist lose his job or something like that?
Yeah, he got canned.
He got canned for that?
Oh,
yeah.
Trying to find just the pictures of it.
I mean, and I'm not going to repeat what dude said, whether I agree or whether I disagree. That's like completely irrelevant. But it's always
thing to do. It's
yeah.
Somebody, you got to know that somebody's going to catch on to that shit, though.
Yeah. Especially when you're doing it for a publication as popular as Marvel Comics, like that was not going to slide.
No. And then he fucking, now he's probably blacklisted himself. They're like, come on, dude, you had a pretty decent gig. You could have spoke out about that shit as much as you want, like, you know what I'm saying. But to actually put it in the comic book was just not it was a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess something on like one of the shirts that Colossus was wearing. Let me just try to find something more specific. But
I think it was one on the wall.
It was what?
I think it was one message on the wall in the comic, and then it was on the shirt for somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how much that issue is worth now.
I'm trying to find a news site that it looks like you're using ad blockers. Turn them off to view the site. Fuck those.
I wonder, man. How
They
much?
pulled the issue too? Did they pull the issue from shelves and shit too?
They didn't pull it, but they they fired him. So like the artist that took over, or the artists that are taking over, they're going to be continuing on. But I think he had artwork up to like issue 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's this right here. QS 551. I guess that's.
There was another one too, though. Like I said, there was one where it was a message on a wall or something.
It was a bunch of shit.
Too.
Oh my gosh! I don't even want to tell you how expensive this issue is now. What the fuck?
This QS 551 is apparently like a verse from.
Shut up, huh?
Yeah. The price of this is actually not too bad for like some of the variants. It's like the normal issues. It's like around $8. So that's not bad for the controversy surrounding it. But like there's like a few of the variants that are kind of crazy, which is a little nonsensical in my opinion, considering that the book wasn't even good.
Yeah, and this was another one right here. I can't get a bigger image of it, but they hit like
the 212 thing.
The word jewelry, so it kind of says Jewish, and Kitty Pryde is Jewish, so that was a whole thing too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad.
Right here. And I guess this 212 thing right here also means something. Just like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Israel and Palestine right now. As much, yeah. Let's move on. But in regards to Marvel Comics, though, have you guys been keeping up with it? Like Marvel Legacy or whatever they're trying to do now, the reboot of the reboot of the reboot of the reboot. Like,
oh yeah, I actually just posted a link in PNP that was like all the covers compared to the original covers.
Oh, man. Ooh, I'm so excited, man. Woo.
Finally, our heroes will look like we remember them.
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Honestly, Marvel is, I'm not going to lie, they're killing my love for comics slowly but surely.
I was going to say, I'm going to hold my breath. I'm not that optimistic that things are going to improve that much. We'll see.
Well,
I mean, I'm cool with all of the Avengers looking like, the original, like the OG things. I mean, the thing about comics is that like the time that we experience in the real world is not the time that the characters experience, because it's like Peter Parker's like what, 20 something in the comics right now, compared to when he first started out in 19, whenever I forget Amazing Fantasy, but
how old was he supposed to be then?
I would love to see these characters age.
Same age, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like The Simpsons. They've never aged in like 40 years. Not 40 years, fucking 20 years. What am I talking about? But
It's a little
this is
strange,
kind of
man.
Throwback, I guess.
It seems.
When is this reboot supposed to happen?
Later this year, right?
Good question. I don't know. Yeah. What I thought, but
I mean, it's still a ways away. If you look at right here, this Weapon X one I've got, it says POC, TBD, TBD. Like, they don't have the rest of the creative team on here. Yeah.
Here's the cover, though. Oh, yeah, it's going to be badass. We just don't have a story yet.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if they're basing the cover off old covers, then I guess that's, they don't really need to have the story quite yet. But I bet none of these people right here are going to be in it.
That's Marvel's philosophy right now, dude. You don't need a story. As long as you got covers. Dude, we got Alex Ross, baby. Let's just let him crank out as many issues as he wants. So ridiculous, dude.
Well, I guess Falcon's going back to this costume, or, starting up with this costume. Looks more like his classic one. The Avian Avenger.
And just to clarify, Legacy isn't a reboot, but I just call it a reboot just to piss off people, because it's just the same rebranding shit that we've already experienced. Literally, I wonder how many #1 issues are gonna spring up from this, because it seems like they reboot a series every single time. Are we going to end up having Mighty Thor, instead of it continuing from number 20? Is it going to go back to #1 again and have it be the third #1 in the past 2 years? Come on, this is ridiculous.
Who knows what they're going to do by the time Infinity War comes out too?
Jesus, dude, it's actually really killing my enthusiasm.
I like this Deadpool cover right here. This is kind of cool. Spider-Man versus Deadpool.
I like the one where they did the death of Thor, because if anyone's been reading Mighty Thor, some shit went down in the last issue. That's kind of cool.
Legacy starts.
I mean, it isn't even. Yeah, I figured.
I like this cover.
But,
look at Deadpool's feet. He's holding onto the wall with plungers. Somebody better do that. Where's that photo? Somebody put that display up now.
What happened?
I mean, the figures are already there, man.
I bet John Connor's got some.
I love the Secret Wars homage right there. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. That is cool. Iron Fist ripping off his own cover.
All right, let's take some questions, man. We're going to get out of here shortly. Let's take some questions.
Yeah. Questions. Bring them in. Let's see.
Covers are great, but you can make a good story.
Even though you don't like the MCU figs, you still snap pics of them?
That's directed toward me?
Yeah, that's you, Boog.
Yeah, if I have enough of them to do something interesting, then yeah, I will. But I always feel trapped with those figures. I don't wanna. I get them, to complete the builder figures or whatever, and I'll photograph them, I'll review them, or photograph them a couple of times, or whatever. But I always feel trapped with them. I never want to sell them for some reason, though. And I keep looking at my box with my MCU stuff, and I'm like, what do I need this shit for? What do I want it for? I don't think about this shit. But I always think that maybe I want to kit bash some parts from one or something. I don't know. But yeah, I will photograph them a couple times. Definitely not as much as my regular comic-based characters.
Tristan Elliott wants our opinions on the new Spidey wave. I think he's talking about the Sandman wave, or are you talking about the upcoming waves? Tristan, if you could elaborate, we'd love to answer that.
Clarify that, please.
Let's get a quick update on the Whoosh and the articulated icons. They are officially stateside, correct?
I believe so.
Allegedly.
You should. They have a where's their warehouse in like Arkansas or something.
Yeah.
So they'll be getting that. It's there. They're just probably getting everything.
Well, they
boxed
got
up and
to
getting-
go through customs and then from there go to Arkansas and then they got to split up all the orders. Yeah.
Right. So they're here. They're coming. I mean, the end of the month is here. I don't think we'll get them before the end of the month, but look forward to next month, early next month. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to have them in hands.
Yeah. Pretty exciting. I don't think it'll be early next month, though, honestly. It'll probably be maybe the next month. You got this 4th of July weekend coming. You got, I would assume that shit won't start until the end of next month.
That's a safe bet.
I want as big a delay as possible so my diorama will be done in time.
So what'll be done?
My diorama.
Or the AIs.
Yeah.
Nice. You doing a dojo?
No. It's gonna be huge though.
Are you just going to house all the figures that you picked up in there?
They might
Try not
fit.
to give too many details, huh?
Correct. Those biters have sharp fangs, man.
Yeah, dude. As Henry found out this past weekend, it's very easy for someone to just copy your dio and not give you credit, like to the T.
I mean, if they want to copy this dio, it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna blow some minds.
So far,
I'm not working. I have it commissioned.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, even more time for them to make it just badass as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Delay that shipment as long as possible.
Okay, so Tristan wants our opinions on the Vulture Baff Wing Wave. I haven't gotten it yet. Why don't you guys speak on it?
Tombstone and Beetle are the biggest surprises out of the wave, I guess. And surprises isn't really a proper term, but they're the best figures in my opinion, at least. Yeah,
I only picked up those two and Moon Knight, so I don't have a major opinion.
I mean, from what I've seen, the wings themselves look pretty cool. Al Chang did a really good photo with those. He was using the NECA portal gun to kind of look like one of the Chitauri weapons that I guess he has in the movie.
Boog, did you review that wing set?
Which one?
The Build-A-Wing?
No, I didn't. I don't have the movie figures from that wave.
Okay.
I'll get them, but I'm not really it looks waxy.
Yeah. Get them on clearance.
Yeah, they'll be easy to pick up. I guess the one that's hardest to find is the regular tech suit Spider-Man.
He finally went up in a lot of places like Amazon and Hasbro Toy Shop had him. And I can't remember where else. I know Dorkside's got them as well. So, if you don't mind paying 20 plus shipping, then, $25 or whatever, you can get it.
Let's see what else we got. What figures will peg warm in the Marvel Knights wave? That's the Moon Knight, Netflix wave, right? No, not Moon Knight. I'm sorry. The Man-Thing wave.
Elektra.
So I'm thinking Daredevil and Elektra will probably peg warm. I'm thinking Daredevil just because he's 2 per case as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe Punisher's because he's 2 per case also.
Yeah.
I
think that Jessica Jones is going to be.
I'm
surprised. What were you saying, Todd?
I'm surprised at how popular, typically, cinematic figures don't sell that great compared to the comic book ones, but I'm surprised at how many people really want those Netflix figures.
Yeah. I mean, I have the rest of the MCU figures, so I'm excited to get those. I think they'll all look good together, especially because we might not see them together on screen.
Yeah. I'm getting the whole wave, but I'm probably only going to keep the females and Bullseye and
Blade?
I don't know about the I'm not a fan of Blade.
Oh,
Blade might peg warm.
Yeah,
Wesley
I just have
Snipes
no
is coming for you. Oh boy.
But yeah, I know that he's going to
IRS
be.
is coming for him.
he's going to be the hot seller in that wave for sure.
What about Bullseye? You think Bullseye will sell out quick?
Bullseye's going to be the
so.
most wanted one.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
That
I think he's
effect
going to
he
be
has
the
is
most
pretty
wanted.
cool. You know, where daggers are coming out of his hands. Looks good. Looks like they pulled it off a little bit.
And I wonder who said that like 3 years ago. You know what? I'm not gonna even take credit for it. But yeah, that's been something that's like been said in the communities, honestly. Like everyone's been wanting them specifically to, you know, create a hand that holds, you know, like a dagger or a card, you know, wink wink gambit. You know, that they can use later on in figures. But that's definitely gonna be something that you're gonna see a lot of reuse of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even really think about that. They will probably reuse that for the game, but not.
Yeah, just put cards at the end instead of daggers.
Right.
Speaking of sleepers and waves, was the brown suit Wolverine the sleeper fig of the X-Men wave? It's going for $80 online, while Deadpool is cheaper. Well, there's a simple answer
Sleeper
to that.
fig?
Deadpool, I guess, had a whole case
figure
assortment that was
wave.
just Deadpool, so that kind of helped to change things up there. There was more Deadpool
that-
out there since they had a full case of just Deadpool.
Yeah, definitely. They started putting full cases. Yeah, we talked about that a minute ago, but yeah, Wolverine is by far still the best figure in any X-Men waves that they released. Yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
I kind of wish I hadn't picked up another Old Man Logan because he's going for cheap now, and you know, I kind of bought it for trade bait, but since he's two per.
Yeah, that 2 per case. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 per
I just
case.
bought it to have the jacket arms.
I'm pretty sure that's why everyone else got like an extra at least of them.
Yeah.
I didn't get around to modern Cyclops yet, but yeah, that's why I kept the extra. So.
That one was definitely the peg warmer of that wave.
Yeah, it didn't help that he didn't have a bath part either, so
Yeah,
it's understandable.
Yep.
Let's see.
I wonder when they're gonna go ahead and give us the Tiger Stripe Wolverine on that body. That figure is gonna be going.
I'm
for
thinking
secondary.
When we get this
probably
right here,
next year.
size X-Men box set.
God, yes. Can we please get that already?
That'd
And
be
people were like, "Oh yeah, let's sell that Cyclops. We're not going to need that anytime soon." Come on, y'all.
Yeah, if they did a box set like that, that would be pretty nuts.
Yeah, if we got that Storm especially, oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't had a Storm in a minute, and the only one we did get was just crazy hard to get.
Yeah, that true exclusive X-Men wave. God.
Right.
I should have bought more of them.
I should have bought just one of them, honestly.
I still have mine, but her
saw it
legs are
once.
warped.
Wait, is that supposed to be Peter Parker's daughter there?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm so behind. So Peter Parker had a daughter with Mary Jane, yes?
In which universe? In one universe, yes, but like in the main one, like which?
I don't know. You tell me. You the fucking expert over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
God of comics.
in the main
in the alternate
universe,
universe, not in the main universe, right?
because in Renew Your Vows, yeah, they have a kid.
Is that in the main universe?
I mean, post Secret Wars, yes.
Okay. And she's got powers.
Yeah, I believe her name is like a rat.
Spiderling, apparently.
Some shit like that. Yeah, Spiderling. Yeah.
Not a fan of that name.
Yeah, me neither.
Got Moon Knight ripping off a Moon Knight cover. It's kind of interesting.
Wait,
Boog,
no.
here's a question for you. I know you talked about this last.
Renew Your Vows is separate.
Is Moon Knight still wearing the costume that we have the most recent figure for?
Wait, what?
Is Moon Knight in the comic books, is he still wearing the costume that we just got that figure for, the most recent figure?
The Marvel Now one? I don't believe so. I think they actually switched it up.
Stupid.
They always do that though, man.
Man, that's how wrestling collectors feel when they get a new figure of AJ Styles or whatever, and then next week on Raw he changes his gear completely. Fuck, now I gotta get another figure. That's the way it is. Let's see. We had a question about Photo Combat 3. Boog, you want to address that?
Yeah, I talked about this a little bit on the other podcast. we're still in the early stages of planning. Not 100% sure what we're going to do just yet. Well, that's not true. We do have the outline and the theme and everything for it. So we'll put out some information after SDCC, I'm sure.
Yeah, let everybody get caught up on catching the exclusives, and then they can start posing them shits.
And they can relax a little bit, and we'll see. But I'm definitely looking forward to this year and this particular theme.
More questions. Let's see. Oh, we didn't even talk about the SHF Justice League Batman.
It's all right. Looks all right.
Oh yeah, you know what? I like the way it looks, man. I think it looks pretty nice.
How many Batmans is Mafex gonna make?
Too many?
That's what she gets on the Mayfex though, for sure.
Until they get one that doesn't have QC problems.
Well, the one that they just put out from the from BVS was good, man. It was probably I think it's definitely one of the best 6-inch scale Batmans ever. The Mafex one that came out recently, and this Nightmare Batman I think is put out was surprisingly very good too.
It's good to hear.
Here's an interesting question from True Star. Is this the first cloth cape from SHF?
I believe so.
Yeah, it is actually. Weren't they going to use this for like a Darth Vader, and then they ended up scrapping it and then went for like a plastic cape on a Vader?
I don't know, but I know the Vader that they put out first, which was the first figure from their Star Wars line, was shitty.
Yeah.
Trash. Fucking trash.
So yeah, this cloth cape will probably make that figure, man, because I don't really see them have any issues with articulation and what have you. So if the cape turns out nice, then nice.
You, the guy she told you not to worry about. Fuck.
Look at that shit. What is that? Mattel on the left?
Oh yeah.
Come on now, man. Of course. Look at the crotch joint. Come on, man.
Look at these swivels above the knees.
Woo. Mattel, let's go.
I wouldn't even like. I wouldn't be happy working there, man. I'd be like, yo, fuck this. We're making whack shit. Damn.
Love those ankle rockers.
Yeesh.
What ankle rockers?
Exactly. And no hinges at the wrist.
The cankle rockers, god damn.
Damn, that shit's bad. Fuck.
Look at the 6-pack, boy.
It's embarrassing, like straight up embarrassing. It's funny because they have them in the same pose too. You know, they're trying to emulate the movie poster. There's never been a better comparison to just domestic versus import. Really, Mattel versus fucking the rest of the toy industry. Come on. All right. Well, we got some more questions here. Well, we got. We talked about it at the top of the show, but somebody asked if anybody was lucky enough to snag the SDCC NECA Turtles. Raise his hand. Yeah, I did.
Loser.
Well, when are they going to start shipping those? They don't ship them to after the show, though, right?
They ship them during the show.
Really?
Yeah.
So people that got them this past week, they'll be possibly. Well, no, I guess it won't be before, but it'll be pretty fast, though, huh?
Yeah. It's like your own little SDCC celebration at home.
Pretty much.
Let's see. We had another good question here.
You would think that Hasbro would make shit easy like that too, but
let's just hope Hasbro has a fucking server that doesn't crash.
I mean, they don't even tell they don't even tell you a time, do they? Well, they have for the past few years. They actually have been saying the time, right?
No.
Yeah, they said the time for the last two. No, they did for the last two, but not during the con. It was after the con on Hasbro Toy Shop.
Definitely after the con.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're saying time, but I think you mean day. They'll say, "Oh, it's going to go up next Tuesday."
Right.
They don't tell you when.
Oh man,
this is the most stressful fucking time of the year. I just got to be honest. I can't stand how fucking Hasbro Toy Shop, how horrible that website is.
It's pretty bad.
There are so many things I want. There's a laundry list of questions that I want somebody to take and try to talk, at least get some of them answered when they go there.
You would think they would be selling mad shit.
Yeah.
Though, but it's like they treat that stuff like shit.
Their website is horrible. It's the worst.
Cerrone Games just asked. We're talking about this SDCC. Is it so hard for them to release a Shredder standalone figure? Yes, it is.
Yes.
They are not allowed to sell any NECA, according to their license from Playmates. They are not allowed to sell any of the Ninja Turtles at retail. It has to be con only and in sets, or direct to consumer in sets. So yes, it is so hard for them to release a Shredder standalone figure. It's not going to happen.
Bless.
Unless it's a quarter scale Shredder from the movie, they might do that.
I wonder when SHF is going to release their Shredder.
Should be coming out soon, right?
I don't know. They never really set a release date.
Hang on. Somebody just asked about a line that actually Pharaoh had linked in his
Ami Toys.
Yeah, Ami Toys. This their new Spider-Man line.
God damn, that shit looks so bad. I'm sorry.
These are 6-inch, apparently. Oh, Marvelous News has a link. Perfect.
That looks like trash.
They look a little
looks
cartoon.
like.
I mean, they are from the cartoon. They are 100%.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, double jointed elbows on the female figures, customizers galore. Come on.
Yeah, that's Spider
Not
Gwen.
gonna lie.
Spider Gwen's got an ab crunch and double jointed elbows.
Yep.
Yeah, take notes, Hasbro.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they look all right. They look a little plasticky. You know what I mean? Like very
cheap
cheap
plastic.
Yeah.
Very cheap plastic. What the fuck is this?
Someone asked if, at what point did you think Hasbro has finally beaten Toy Biz? I would have to say 2015, 2016 maybe.
As soon as they started putting ankle rockers on all the figures, that was a big turning point.
Would anybody want a 112 collective Breaking Bad line? That'd be kind of badass. You wouldn't like that?
Nah.
Be some good
Breaking
stuff.
Bad is my favorite show of all time, and no, I can't justify.
Same.
But you're not picking up any of the 112s, are you, Todd?
I'm getting that Iron Man
That's it?
so far.
Not getting a cap to go with him or anything?
No,
Man, Todd, you minimalist.
he's not. Iron Man's not going to be in cloth.
Oh, that's the hang up for you?
That's one of them. The price is a huge factor as well.
Man, at this point, I think I'm too far in to ever kind of skip out on individual characters.
If they did a Silver Centurion, I would cream my jeans.
Oh boy.
I love the Silver Centurion. I would totally agree with you.
It's my favorite fucking armor.
Yeah. Dude, I'm out here trying to get the one from the movie from Comic Cave, and it's like $130.
I hated the one from the film.
I did too. It was way too movie-like. They should have made it a lot more classic.
Yeah. Even so, I did end up liking
I want that West Coast,
so I might
man.
just get it and keep him in a Hall of Armor in front of a Tony Stark and call it a day.
Man, I want that West Coast Avengers. West Coast only, dude.
Fuck yeah.
The best team.
Yeah, and that's disappointing in all these leaked, rumored figures is that we were supposed to get Tigra waves ago, and we still no sign of Tigra.
She got dropped, man. Goodness, that's so sad.
Can you scale the Marvel Select Juggernaut and Colossus with Marvel Legends? You can fudge it. Juggernaut, yeah. Colossus, depending on the angle, I think. I think he's a little tall.
Who's putting out these Spider-Man figures?
Ami Toys.
It's a Chinese company.
Oh, it comes with a phone. That's kind of cool.
That shit's huge. Samsung.
It's an S8 Plus.
Yeah, I guess they're not bad for kids. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're
specifically for
dark.
kids.
These are
They're fucking great for kids. We don't have double jointed elbows on or ab crunches on our females.
Yeah, for real.
Jason Bourne by NECA. What do I think? I think it's not going to happen.
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, I'd rather see that from fucking Mezco, actually. I want to see just like a mid 2000s action movie line from Mezco.
What's that company that had those figures that just came out? Vortex. Yeah, I could see them doing something.
Yeah,
like that.
Got those on my watch.
They got to step their game up on their molds, though, on their scopes, on their body molds. They don't, that whole like bootleg situation is some real bullshit. They got to get a ankle pivot. They got to make those wrist joints look better and shit. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you just paying for the clothes right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The body underneath there is not that great.
Logan Stark swears by these figures. He really likes them.
Well, I mean, they photograph well, and he takes really nice pictures, so I could see that. But come on, man, with me, if I can't pose this shit how I really, really want to, then, you know. And they're small too. They're small in comparison to what you would want to use them with, which is Mezco figures. So they look really small.
Yeah, that was another thing that turned me off too.
They are like the size of Legends, basically, with really nicely tailored clothing. That's small. So
I thought they're even kind of small compared to Legends, weren't they?
look at that wrist joint right there.
Yeah, that wrist joint is ugly. I was just going to point that out. Look at that Dragonov. Come on.
Ooh.
That poncho, it looks tight.
Yeah, that looks great, but look at the legs right there. Look at you're not looking at the ankle to the left or right at all. There's no pivot at all, man. So
Yeah.
That shit makes or break a figure nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Fuck it, just put this clothes on a body coon and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Dead ass. That's pretty much what a lot of people are going to be doing anyway.
yeah, but you don't really have a remedy for the feet though. Clothes is no
You
problem.
have to put different feet on it. You can still put the pants on, but just pop the ball joint off of the foot and put some feet that you do like, or paint the body coon feet. Because, you know, body coon have like boot feet.
Yeah. Although it would be a little weird to have like the boot be that much more slim than the actual pants unless you like tailor it, but still.
You could probably get some 3A shoes or something like that.
Yeah, that would probably be a good look for that.
Yeah, I don't want to be dressing up my fucking action figure.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
I don't got time for that shit. Sitting there playing dolls.
Will those clothes fit okay on 3A figures?
I think so.
What is that under his shirt?
What do you mean?
Does he have a weapon?
Oh, there's a top bump right here.
He's just excited, man. He can't help it.
It's the pattern. It's optical illusion.
He's not strapped under there?
I think that if anything, that is probably another gun under there, probably.
No, I think it's the top of his pants right here.
Jesus.
Really? That's really baggy then. Wow. They got to form fit that next time.
They don't go all the way down the leg because they're kind of held up by the boot. I think if you were able to pull these down a little more, it would look better. Maybe pull the fabric over the boots.
Yeah, the clothes look really good though, man. I can't lie, but
yeah, I mean, it's got some nice detailing on it and everything. You know, some nice dirt, grime on there. Yeah, I mean, I have all three of them on my watch list. I'm just waiting to pull the trigger, honestly, until it tells me there's like one available.
$80 each though, man. I'm not sure about that.
I know.
Yeah, its price is a little steep.
It's tough. Fuck it. I don't know.
There's a lot of Nike on your watch list there, Fabio.
What? Well, I didn't just get some new shoes or anything.
If there were 60, maybe.
There was only 2 Nike.
50 would be good.
Same model, by the way.
Oh, Nike Lab what though?
They're Air Force One X Vandals. They're like the
okay.
Someone needs to fucking cast that Dragunov.
Yeah, that would look real nice. The M16 that comes with that other guy looks really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fucking red.
Yeah, I guess, but
stupid.
Paint it. You could paint it up.
Yeah, that's an easy fix. Does he have an AK too? Yeah, he does.
I have so many M16s and AKs. It's fucking crazy.
You have a lot of AKs. I only have like 2. Looks
Filthy casual.
Where do you guys like
Fucking goddamn that fucking. All right, well, they have tactical stocks, but that Madam Hydra came with one. Oh no, she came with an M16. Trying to remember that. Oh, that Punisher, that old Punisher. He came with a ton of fucking guns.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of those because they don't have any brown on them. They're all just straight up black plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah. Let's see. Hey, I hear McFarlane is going to give an unheard 3rd point of articulation, says True Star Screamer.
3rd? Oh my god.
Apparently the new Negan has some improved articulation though.
It's still a statue, I bet.
Pretty much, yeah, but it actually has like a crotch joint, kind of more similar to what NECA does.
I'm ashamed to share a name with that fucking guy.
God, right? It's funny. I go to school at Second City, and Sam Richardson from the Detroiters, he goes there a lot. He's one of the alumni. He comes by and does shows all the time. So after class and after the shows, we all go to the bar around the corner, and these guys. Sam Richardson was talking to one of my teachers about Todd McFarlane. They were talking about the comic art, and I'm there next to them trying to get my drink. I'm kind of overhearing, and I'm like, oh man, this is my in. I can fucking talk to these guys about Todd McFarlane. And I completely alienated them, talking about how he's a fucking hack, how he's still got his foot in the 90s toy industry. And they're like staring at each other like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? We're trying to talk about his Spider-Man comics, dude. Yeah. I was already a couple drinks deep, I'll admit. Moving on, though. Mezco should make a Negan. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Can we just not with The Walking Dead anymore?
Vortex Blows is 3A size.
Okay.
John Wick Mezco, yeah, Pharaoh's been saying that forever. Just if they do it, I said this before, if they do, how they had that April Fool's tiny little figure line that they teased. It was a joke or whatever, but the figure that they had teased was the Mezco mascot with just a bug head and a cloth suit body, but obviously that tiny scale just as a joke. If they actually did that in 112 as some sort of, I don't know, direct to consumer, maybe not actually, that'd be kind of shitty. But if they just had that suited figure with the Mezco mascot head, you can pop that thing off and put whatever head on there you want. It'd be fantastic.
Some guy named Fan Death Clock asked when the walk.
Death Clock.
No, it's Death KLOK.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. I'm blind.
He was asking when the Human Torch is coming out. I'm guessing the fall. I don't have a specific date yet. I don't remember when the last time, what it came up as, but. Yeah, nothing solid right now. But typically we get one at the beginning of summer, which Sue came out kind of early, and then we get one towards the end of summer, usually the beginning of fall, September, August, September timeframe. So
anybody watch the new Transformers movie? I heard it's garbage.
I don't give money to that. I do not give money to Michael Bay.
I'm trying to find this Negan. Somebody asked about. I just had it. Oh, Avenger Basti. Let's talk a little photography for just a minute. He wants to know if there's any particular way to frame fighting shots. He says he finds it difficult. He gets the posing right, but getting a good angle and frame is stressful. Any suggestions for Mr. Avasti?
Pick your subject wisely. So whatever you're trying to dictate through the movement, if you're wanting to have emphasis on the individual that's, for instance, punching versus the individual that's getting punched, sort of dictate the angling through that. Bring more of a focus into where the kinetic energy is most likely going to occur. So bring focus to the fist entering whatever region of the body that it's going to be reaching. Angle it to where we're able to get I'm not a fan of sort of the horizontal aspect of those types of shots. I like to be brought into the shot a little bit. So I feel as though there isn't like a right way or a wrong way for this. It's more so situational. But bringing the camera in a little bit closer to where you're able to see the point of impact is what I guess I'm trying to like elaborate on or touch on right now.
I like to say, like, you kind of lean into the strike or whatever. Like, if you're punching a particular direction, kind of like almost tilt the camera in that direction to kind of simulate movement. If that makes sense. I tend to use a lot of Dutch angles in my shots, and that's kind of my reasoning for it. Is I like kind of leaning in the direction of the action where it's moving, and it kind of like makes you move your head in that direction. I don't know.
I think as with anything, you need to take as many pictures from as many angles as possible.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key. And honestly, you know, the reason why it's articulated comic book art is because, you know, the comics have a ton of inspiration. I mean, they don't give you all of the action in there and then, you know, you don't utilize it or bring it into your art. You know, you as an artist are having to then recreate those things in a three-dimensional scale. So refer to your comic books, refer to them, and, you know, get some ideas in terms of framing because, you know, panels are frames.
Yeah.
I like to pick a focal point and build outward from that. So, like, I'll start with, well, if it's multiple people in a fighting scene, then I'll start with the focal point, which is the center, which is normally where I'll probably end up focusing the camera, and then just build outward from there. But there's got to be some focal point for your shot, something where you want the viewers to zero in on immediately, something special about whatever that set of action is, you know. But Johnny Flores is good at action scenes and action shots and just hitting the right angles and really making it look very comic-esque. So I think he's one of the best people doing dynamic shots like that, you know.
Well, anyway, here's the Negan I'm talking about. See how they kind of changed well, I should say they actually gave him hip joints.
Huh.
Yeah,
those look like straight swivels.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Are they
That's a
swivels?
weird cut, right?
If I remember Artemis's review.
Does he even lift his leg? Like, can it even lift forward?
Oh, that's true.
He articulates it at all.
I don't even care about The Walking Dead on top of that. Fuck that shit.
Yes. For real. For real.
I thought you always cut us off because you want to go watching Walking Dead.
You know, I was watching it with my girl for these seasons or whatever, but it's gotten worse and worse in my opinion. It's just
For real.
that show now. I don't know.
Gimmicky. Everyone knows the gimmick. It's like, oh, the show is going to kill one of the characters that I like. All right. How will they survive?
And you know, and I absolutely don't want to purchase anything from fucking McFarlane.
No,
So,
definitely not. But for anyone that's interested, here's the articulation on this Negan. I just want to know if the legs move forward or not.
They don't. They don't. Look at how he has it swiveled. They definitely don't. Look at that right leg.
No, that's because he swiveled it at the knee joint right there.
Oh, well, if anything, it probably doesn't kick forward that far. I mean, the actual plastic is definitely like inhibiting the movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's not like the soft rubber, you know, diaper like the neck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on, get to those legs. Get to those legs.
Oh God, if that's a kick forward, that's embarrassing.
I mean, they move.
This is really bad, actually.
Wow. That's like 10 degrees, maybe 15 degrees.
Yep.
well, that is like
Enough to get him into a walking pose.
that's like a futuristic stride for McFarlane, though.
I gave you articulation.
Basically.
I don't know
I
why
was
you
just
keep
listening
it so
to
upset.
Randy on this Sirius XM show, and he was talking about how when he worked at McFarlane, that's something that they were always pushing for. He was like super fucking against it. Like McFarlane just would not have any of it. It was a combination of like personal desire and budget. And then he also said something about how like they were denied bonuses and they weren't getting the money that they deserved for their work, basically. And at the same time, McFarlane spending $5 million on fucking baseballs. Signed autographed baseballs, and it's like that's the articulation and bonus money right there.
Randy used to work there?
Yeah, that's where he got the start. That's where NECA came from. A lot of the NECA guys all started from McFarlane.
That's discouraging.
It is discouraging. Anyway, that's Negan right there.
And his son right after. LOL.
Hey, how come did you already answer this, Fabio? How come NECA doesn't do John Wick?
They don't have the license.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that studio's even licensing John Wick. Who is it? MGM?
No idea.
Was it a Warner Brothers property?
I still need to see the new one.
I haven't seen the first one.
Ooh.
Yeah, why would Lionsgate fucking license for action figures? They're mostly an independent movie studio.
Yeah.
Not independent, but like more like low budget movies. Low budget enough that they wouldn't fucking include merchandising in it.
Yeah, like their biggest hit has pretty much been just like Hunger Games crap. So.
The Saw series back in the day.
True. But still, like in terms of box office, like Hunger Games for sure.
I know they do a lot of the. Oh no, I'm thinking of Blumhouse. Blumhouse could actually make good money doing
Can we get some Get Out action figures?
The Conjuring series. I know they licensed Annabelle for that, so it is possible. But,
yeah, I'll buy the entire Get Out cast.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Oh, Chris, TSA agent Rod, that would be. Oh boy.
I want the dad, Richard Armitage, with
yes,
the removable ear head from his neck.
I would have voted for Obama a third term.
Fair-skinned has been style for so long.
Let's take one more question, man. I gotta do something.
Yeah. All right, one last question. Let's make it a good one. Are we getting SHF Jar Jar? Just kidding. No.
Oh boy.
Could you imagine?
I mean, considering that he is Plagueis, I mean, just kidding.
Parker Mike says you need to do more McFarlane impressions, Todd.
That was pretty good.
That which you hate.
Spirit the.
You know what? You can make McFarlane your new character and get rid of Brock.
I mean, if we're talking Get Out, someone just mentioned the son with the fucking lacrosse stick.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, I want the chick with her segregated cereal and milk.
Oh my god, we should. Jesus, dude, we need someone to get on this ASAP.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I say just go with that last question right there.
Now here's the last question right here, and it's pretty all-encompassing. It's going to take some time for us to think about it, maybe. Favorite figure right now this year that's out currently that you own so far?
Yamaguchi Spider-Man, Rebel Tech baby. I love it. Yeah,
it's a good one. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about this. It's not my favorite figure, but I'm thinking like my favorite might be a Mezco figure. But I just got the glow-in-the-dark Space Ghost, and I also got on eBay the old like Art Asylum like clear Space Ghost with like zero, basically like 8 points of articulation. But he comes with like the desk and the index cards and the mug for Coast to Coast. So I got my Space Ghost pose like that right now.
Nice.
I'd have to say though, probably Mezco Punisher. Mezco Punisher is like by far one of the best figures out this year. The PX version, particularly. There's a reason it's like $250 on eBay right now. Highly desirable. Cerrone Game says his is M Bison Storm Collectibles or Vega.
There's a ton, dude. Like SHF Ryu is up there. Fuck man, there's a lot.
Todd, on the legend side, any for you?
Yeah. Now, technically, this figure is coming out this year, but as far as I know, I'm the only one that has it, and that's the Marvel Legends Sif from the A-Force box set. Go watch my review.
Oh, okay.
I really say again.
I said I forgot that box set was even coming out. I forgot that you even reviewed that stuff.
Yeah, I have three figures from the wave. I have her, She-Hulk, and Monica Rambeau.
Damn, dude.
Is that set actually supposed to drop?
August 1st.
Okay. I don't know what my favorite figure so far this year, but Punisher would definitely be up there though.
Well, of figures that are actually out, the Marvel Select Rocket Raccoon is
that's a good
fucking
one.
amazing.
Punisher would definitely be up there for me though. Rotex, Spidey's is up there too.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it because it's like he can function in a multitude of displays. Like he can be, your classic 90s or classic 2000 Spider-Man. And then if you're wanting to do your Marvel versus Capcom shots, he's literally built for that. Like he's so exaggerated in his posing.
No doubt. Only thing I don't like is that I don't like how they seem to hit some new like innovations with the Spider-Gwen figure that they didn't do with Spider-Man. Like, you can't really get Spider-Man in any vanilla poses where it looks that good. Like it's only a few poses that you can get him in where it looks decent. Whereas you're not going to be able to stand him side by side with Gwen and they both look really streamlined and good.
Yeah. I'm thinking that if they get another crack at it.
I'm gonna cheat just like Todd did, since they're not technically out yet, but I own several articulated icons. 100%. Fun factor: there's not gonna be a more fun, as far as like swapping and posing and just getting your overall
definitely
value out of it than AI. Like
that's gonna end up being the line is gonna end up being very, very popular once they drop in the next month or so. Because all of the swappability, all of the playability, like being able to integrate them with all of these other lines and like, just the possibilities for fucking with them and breaking them down and swapping parts and stuff like that. You're gonna be doing that alone for the next 6 months to wrapping out the year. Like, and just with the 3 figures that I have that I've reviewed, it's mad possibilities. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be pretty interesting, man.
While we're talking about it, I pulled up my backer kit orders here. This is my original pledge right here. Got the basic Black Ninja. I got 1 arms pack, the Itami Shibito, Samurai Warlord, Tsurai, Temple Guardian. Plus, I got another Temple Guardian coming from Kenji. I got one of the Shinobis, the blue ninja, and that was only like my initial pledge. I went back and added some more after that. I think I added the 2 martial artists.
I know where you live now, Fabio. Be careful.
Oh shit! Did I really just put my address up here?
Yeah, you really did.
Fuck.
I know your credit card number.
Yeah, and we know the last 4 digits, man. We got you. It's over. Shit. It's over, fam. And this is on live. Shit. Like everyone has it. Oh boy.
No. Cut this out.
Oh boy.
No. Fuck. All right. Well,
I was going to say people are going to be pleasantly surprised by how much they like the other figures, because I know a lot of people, they were in it for the basic ninjas, the red and black ninjas, and like they had their mind set on Ninja Man, ninjas versus that, but like people are going to be pleasantly surprised with how much they like the other figures and how much they can do with those as well, and integrating them into certain things, or even just keeping the line fully contained to itself and just kind of sticking to the storylines that they put out and shit too. So what the fuck is that with female Galactus and a squirrel? What was that?
It's Squirrel Girl. It's Squirrel Girl as Galactus. It's a very tongue-in-cheek book.
Oh no.
Right.
Whack.
But yeah, maybe DX Punisher for me too. I don't know. I've got my DX Punisher out right now, actually. Don't set up in the details, but yeah. I guess that's it. I don't really have shit to plug. Go listen to the me making an appearance on the Go Figure podcast. It's I guess I'll put it in the description of this video, and it was on the fan page a couple of days ago too, or 2 days ago. Yeah, literally a couple of days ago. Follow us on Instagram. We are just a few followers away from 30,000, so that's great. at Articulated Comic Book Art. I'll be doing some editing shortly on the next dessert video, which maybe I'll drop on Tuesday, maybe. And yeah. And Fabio?
They call me Colonel Crackers on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, and Steam, Twitter as well. If you've just looked at my address and you show up to my house, I swear to Christ, I will destroy you. I do not want strangers here. Plus, my building has armed response. You wouldn't even be able to get close. Trust me. But if you want to send me
Good
something, that's
Lord.
different. As long as it's not anthrax in an envelope.
Oh my God.
Send you some broken NECA figures.
For real. Oh my goodness.
I'll take some fodder, sure.
All right. I got you, fam.
Nah, man. On some serious shit, though, yeah. This building is pretty damn secure. You're not gonna get even close. Cameras everywhere.
I will send you my broken.
Block away from the police station, which is.
I'll
great.
send you a broken Christopher Reeves.
Hey, why not? I'll turn him into drunk Superman.
Okay. He's gonna be drunk Superman without an arm, but you know,
Super drunk.
It's all good. Super drunk. So drunk he lost his arm.
Isn't that how he injured himself falling off that horse in the first place?
Fuck. I don't want to even think about it. R.I.P. to the king, man. But follow me, don't follow me. It doesn't matter. You know who I am. I know who you are. I see y'all. I'll be at Fabio's house though. So peace.
Kickback.
Todd, did you do your plugs?
No, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Rectangular with a K. I don't post much on Instagram. It's at _rectangular with a K. And yeah, so talk to you guys later.
Meet up at Fabio's house, guys.
I swear to Christ, armed response will be waiting for you.